The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, we have a bone to pick.
Shall we play a game?
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast, where we review video games. I'm your host, Caleb Choice.
Caleb Craig.
Cameron. And Zach.
And today, guys, Cameron and Zach are going to be reviewing a forced entry, Undertale.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we got forced.
Yep.
Very exciting.
We're all manly men here at this desk whose voices don't crack.
Yeah. Yeah. So, cool. I mean, I've never played this game. I have seen it multiple times, but I've never wanted to play it. So.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat. Yeah,
I was in the same boat too, actually. Like that is a very real feeling to have.
Yeah, it's not that I had anything against it. I was just like, it's probably a game I'll never play.
Right.
Sometimes you see a game and that's just what you say, but hey.
You say it and then the viewers vote.
It's still
for
true
for
you, though, Schweiss.
Yeah, probably.
Until you play it, it's still true.
Yeah, we were forced in the prison showers.
Yeah, now I'll probably never play it because it won't be forced
Shouldn't
upon
have dropped
me.
the soap.
we were 1v1 the gulag and we lost.
Yeah.
Someone dumped their load right up. You got to play this Undertale.
Yeah.
It's my way now, boy.
Well, you had your chance for 3 other games, but...
Yeah, I knew Undertale was going to win.
Yeah, you did say that from the beginning.
Yeah, it's just a popular game. I mean, it's not like we weren't avoiding it. We just didn't see a reason to play it at our own time.
Right. I was hoping for Owlboy to win just because it's a platformer.
As soon as Undertale got voted on, the
know.
following for that game was just too strong. And our listeners tend to swing that way.
Which way is that?
That way.
Yeah.
The gay way.
The bone pun way.
The bone pun.
Yeah, they like their bone puns.
To be fair, though, it was a game that was and I guess is still super popular. So, it is what it is.
When we get into the review of it,
yeah.
you guys will see. No spoilers. Keep listening.
Yeah, no spoilers.
This is a non-spoiler review.
You'll
Spoiler review.
We'll give you your bone here in just a second, but
Very nice.
all right.
So, yeah, we got that coming up. Man, I guess since it's a review, we don't really do the...
Yeah, we don't do questions, but we can get into what we've been playing.
Yeah, we could do that, I guess, if we want to.
I guess.
If you want to do a question, we could. I wouldn't be opposed, but...
Yeah, just grab one, Craig.
Yeah, let's just do one question out of the Nude Clan Q Discord chat. I think we've kind of decided to retire the Nude Clan Q hashtag on Twitter, and I think we just want to use the Discord. It just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, join the Discord. If you are on Twitter, you can join it by going to Nude Clan Podcast and clicking the little Discord link.
I was gonna ask too. How did last week go? I feel bad that I had to
What happened last week?
not show up.
Oh yeah. So while he's looking up a question, just give us a little rant, a little story of what happened.
So I was driving here from my house.
What about
And,
what
like-
we've been playing, guys?
We'll do that after the question.
So like,
Because we we don't want to fucking shake things up every now and then, Craig, just to make you a little mad.
and so I'm driving here, and it's like a 15-minute
You
drive
guys can't see his grimace, but
on the
it's
freeway.
good.
Oh, Craig, it's okay. So I'm driving here, and I'm on the freeway, and all of a sudden my car just like pops, and like the engine starts shaking, and like my car starts like going. I'm like, fuck! So I'm like trying to drive it, and I'm like, I rev up really high, then it revs up really low, and I have to like pull off the floor. The semi truck's like blocking me in. And I'm like, no, jackass! I gotta get over. What ended up happening is my timing belt just went.
Oh, it was just your timing belt?
Yeah, it skipped a tooth.
Shit.
Yeah. So luckily though for Camrys, it's an easy fix. Like I was gonna do it myself.
Yeah, usually a
but
timing belt means if that fucks up, then you have to mess with your
Well, usually it kills the engine because the way like if I can talk, the way cars work with the camshaft on most cars, because it's timed, it will hit a valve and the valve will bend like you're fucked.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But with Camrys, it's independent.
Okay.
So it doesn't do that.
That's
luckily.
lucky then.
Oh yeah, so lucky.
So you're gonna get that replaced, and then you're gonna
and my water pump. I'm gonna do both,
usually
and the pulleys.
Usually, the water pump happens at the same time.
Yeah, so it's something that's an easy fix. Like it's gonna be probably after everything's done, probably like $250, which isn't terrible.
Oh, that's
So-
like dirt cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, so like
It's great.
the pack for the Camrys because we're so like
I see you still have your loaned car here, so
yeah, I'm still shopping.
Okay.
I'm trying to find like a good one, like not like super high end, but enough that it's just like it's gonna be
Right.
worth the money. But like I was looking at packs and it's like the belt, the water pump, the pulleys, all the gaskets and stuff.
yeah, I'm gonna take my car in for a once over just in
You
case,
should.
especially since
Off the
we're
top.
planning on doing a road trip down to St. George for Joe's movie. One thing I probably need to get replaced before that happens are my tires.
Yeah.
So looking at my tires, they seem to be a little old, like cracked and stuff. My left front tire keeps losing pressure. So it hurts me to say it, but I'm going to have to replace the whole set.
Dude, that really pisses me off because like you just bought that, and even though it was used,
Yeah.
like they should have like once over.
They
that,
should have.
and that's so stupid.
They probably thought, oh, it's good. But I don't know if, it's fucked. But
With that
it's too
dude,
late.
he's a hipster. He's not gonna know about cars.
I mean, I know enough to fix certain small things, but I don't know enough to like get into like deep mechanical issues. Like I'd want to be that way, but
right, dude. Google just YouTube.
that's what I do. That's what I usually
Do you
do.
know what's wrong with the tires?
They're cracked. They're just old.
They're just super old.
Right, and
Yeah.
like they might be able to patch it, but like if you go places,
No, but it's just
usually they
cracked
say
in too many
no.
places. Like if you patch, it's just gonna spring a leak somewhere else, just because of how old they are.
Well, if you're going to
I,
St.
like
George,
when I
too.
first got it, I didn't notice that there were cracks, but I also bought it in the winter. I don't know if now it's summertime, the tires are heating up, they're expanding a little bit, so you notice them more. But I was just checking the tread wear on them just to see how much life I thought I had left. They seemed decent, so I didn't worry about it until it's constantly losing pressure in the front left tire. So car troubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to replace my tires not too long ago.
I feel like with you too, like a peace of mind is just a good thing to have too. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks because tires you can get some good wear if you're not gonna like actually like be like peeling
Yeah,
out
so if
and shit.
I'm planning on getting a new set of tires now, and then getting a set of winter tires that I can just swap back and forth. And if you take care of them, tires should last you for at least 4 years.
Is the Golf all wheel?
No, it's just front wheel.
Okay.
If I wish I got the Golf R for the all wheel drive, but that's super expensive.
Yeah, it's gonna make winter fun.
Actually, it handles really well in the snow.
That's good.
Yeah, this is like my first car that I have a like active fucking traction control that makes it super easy to drive. It was like after I did all my updates to the Impala, it's handled way better than that with all season tires. My Golf did.
That's way
Nice.
sick.
But then turn off the traction control, find an empty parking lot.
That's what I was looking at. I was looking at WRXs.
But
Oh, wow.
it's a little more fun with rear wheel drive in a parking lot. But oh well, I love it. I'm in love with the Golf. So
Dude, they're nice cars. They really are.
heated seats, first time for me.
Nice. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, so that's
you
what
like
happens to
those
that.
heated seats?
Actually, kind of do.
Yeah.
Kind of do. They get warmer faster than the heat does to warm up the cabin. And then oftentimes I don't even need to turn on the heat just because the seat's keeping me warm enough.
Just toast your ass a little bit.
Yeah.
that
And then
swass.
yeah, as you're sitting there on the side of the freeway, you saw someone skirt to a stop on the side of the road
Yeah.
and then back up to you.
Yeah, so Cameron overshot, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know who that is." It was nice. Thanks for stopping, dude.
Yeah.
Then like a highway patrol stopped by, and like he just like, this is dangerous, right? And I'm like,
Yeah, it's
no,
like, I didn't choose
no
to be
shit,
here.
Sherlock. Like I was so mad because I'm already mad because like I beat the fuck out of my car. I was so pissed. So
I could
was,
see that.
I was really mad, and so like I said there, I'm sitting, so I'm just sitting there, and the highway patrol like, it's cool, like whatever, and he's like, so it's dangerous to like be pulled on the side of the road, and I'm like, no. Like, really? Really? No, thank you, sir.
It's like, you know that people only do that in emergencies,
No wonder
right?
people don't like you right now. I was so mad. I was like, dude, he's like, do you need me to call anyone? And I'm like, no, got a cell phone. Just waiting for the tow truck to get here. Which I sat in my car for 2 hours waiting for the tow truck.
Jesus.
In the fucking
2 hours?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, it
So,
was
like,
hot that day too.
It was. So like, well, so I called this towing company that's like local in Utah County. and like my company, we work with them a lot.
Mm.
So I'm like, how much would it be to like get my car towed? Which after I found out I get free towing through my insurance, I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, that's true. You got to look
I
that
was
shit
so
up.
pissed. And so she's like, it's gonna be like $120 because I did just missed the exit in Orem, and so she's like, we have to go to Provo and turn around. And I was like, God. I was like, hey, I never do this, but I was like, this is really shitty, but my company works with your company a lot, and like it's like the company I work for is like a
Calling
company.
in favors.
And I was like, I said I used to be like your outside salesman, like I've done a lot of business with you guys, like is there any way you could hook me up? And she's like, I can do $75. And I was like, fucking deal.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah, I was like
getting a fucking tow lower than $100.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah. I was like, down. So then the dude though, like, yeah, so they actually like, so I found out for him, I was talking to him, he was like, we were driving back.
This is why networking's really important, guys.
Yeah, it was great. But so like we're driving back, and I was just chatting with the tow truck driver, and I guess like he only got like 2 hours of sleep, and she called him.
Shit.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, he's like, I'm like,
Did you
dude.
tip him?
Oh yeah, I tipped him like $20.
Nice, good.
But he was just chill, dude. Like we were talking, he like we liked video games. I'm like, hey, like I was like, you should listen to the podcast. I'm like, we're kind of like shitty, but
Nice.
like not shitting about it, but like we say some off the cuff stuff, and he's like, no, that's cool, man, I'm down. So I was like,
Yeah, we say stuff that we regret later.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a racist too, bro. Don't worry.
I was like, listen to the show. But no, like, shout out to you, man, if you're listening. Thanks for saving me. And maybe it wasn't 2 hours. It felt like 2 hours. Like, I was just dying in the heat, man. Like, I was just laying there, and I'm like,
Zach
oh
can't
my
be
God.
racist. It's impossible.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah,
brown
it's a
skin.
POC.
Yeah.
He's a POC. But yeah, so, like, yeah, like, it sucks. I thought my engine seized up. So, like, one of my biggest fears driving is that my engine's going to seize up.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm, like, super anal about that stuff. But I missed my oil change. And I just wasn't thinking about it. So, like, that went. I was like, oh, my God, my car's dead. And so I'm, like, I was freaking the fuck out.
No,
The
you
whole
can
entire time.
extend the oil change time for like at least another 10,000 miles. You'll be fine.
But so, like, the first thing I did was, like, my mom came and saved me. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, let's go. So I went and got oil
Mm-hmm.
from the gas station. And fuck those putos. I bought, like, 2 quarts. It's fucking, like, $25. I was like,
Yeah.
what? Are you serious?
So my first car, my
I'm so mad.
my 96 Honda Civic, it just fucking ate oil like crazy.
Really?
Yeah. It got to the point where the repairs on it wasn't worth it, so I tossed it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I wish this would have waited, though, because, like, I'm planning on buying a car,
Yeah.
like, in the next year. That's why I'm working on my credit and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
Cars can help you build up your credit too. Just with the on-time payments and stuff like that. I feel like a car payment or getting a car is one of the things that's okay to be in somewhat debt for, along with the house. Just as long as you're on top of your payments and you can afford it. Because now you have a car that you can rely on, and you can start putting money away to then refinance later if you need to at a better rate.
Right.
But cars kind of necessary these days, guys.
No, it really
Public
is.
transit's way too slow here in Utah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not like I mean, you were in Europe too for your time. Like,
Oh yeah, public transit over there. Yeah, doing my time in fucking Eastern Europe. Yeah, public transit. It's just it's such a different beast over there. It's
Right.
You depend on that shit. It's
No,
like
you
almost,
really-
it's almost harder to have a car because you have to worry where you're gonna fucking park it.
Right, and like with there, like I really missed the public transportation that way because like everything was on time,
Mm-hmm.
and then like it just went everywhere. Like
Yeah.
we took trains everywhere.
Yep, trains, buses.
And like
Yeah.
the walking paths, I feel like are better over there too. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like
No, not where I was at.
really,
Yeah,
I just went through forests.
the roads. If it was outside of the city, the roads and stuff, they just throw sand on top of snow. They don't plow
Oh, really?
anything. Yeah, they
that's
and they
not-
don't fuck with salt either. But they just throw the sand, and then walking paths and shit like that was all like super old, depending on like the Russian side of the city. So no, it was not that great, but certain walking paths were nice. But
So yeah, like where I was, 'cause I was in England. Like you were more in the communist section.
Yeah.
Like, communist. yeah.
former communist
They
state.
yeah. So like ours were like super chill. Like it's pretty good.
But yeah, car troubles.
Yeah, so
how's your car
sorry
flies?
I wasn't here last week. I was.
Did you call everybody comrade? Cam.
Comrade. No, I didn't learn Russian, so I could not.
I'm sure there's a word for comrade in Estonian.
Traitor.
I think it just might be comrade. No. I mean, there's the word for friend. You just could say that. The word for friend is similar to the just sober. Saying so. If you say sober, you're saying it pretty close.
Sober.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess no one else has car troubles they want to complain about. We can get to the question.
No, yeah, yeah.
So what's the question, Krieger?
Why are we doing a question on a review episode?
Because we feel like it. That's why.
I'm just questioning every decision that you're making right now. I have two of
Do
them.
not
if we really
challenge
wanna
our
do
lack
it.
of sleep. Just do the one from Joe.
The one that's
I'm gonna-
directed purely for
There
you.
is
No,
another
it's not
one
meant for me.
All right,
That's
I'm
After
going to say
Dark.
this on the show right now.
I'm not gonna do After
There
Dark.
is another one from Altered Destiny, but I'm not gonna do that question.
Shit, is it in the nude clan
Ever.
chat?
Yeah, because we ignored it before, and I'm gonna ignore it again.
Oh, just could be an ass.
Yes,
Wait, I want to see it.
Okay, we're just looking at the nude clan Q question.
Where's
I'm
it
not
at?
even gonna read it. I'm not even for Joe. It's what would your dream game room look like?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really liked it.
Probably just a cool man cave, just enough space for a VR setup if I wanted, and just have a wall dedicated for my PC setup, and then a decent TV / monitor for my console setup. Nothing too big, nothing too out of this world. Stuff that I can probably afford right now. So
Yeah, I'd like a decent sized room that had enough space to like do a VR setup, like have my computer and then my gaming stuff.
yeah, I would
Like a
definitely like to have my
bit-
gaming stuff outside of my room,
Have a
my bedroom.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I could do that. Nothing's preventing me from having inside the living room,
right.
but
Yeah, I get you.
then have like a couple monitors for my computer, and then probably some bookshelves to put like a bunch of games on.
yeah, nice.
Physical copies
I
and
mean,
shit.
it's like, what would
Nice
your
couch.
dream game room look like? I feel like is more of a question for kids who can't afford shit. But I guess if you
I don't have
if you
the
were
space.
yeah,
for
I
my
guess if you
game
had
room.
if you had the money, I guess you'd probably just buy a house to put the game room.
Exactly.
In. Yeah, I need to buy this house for my game room.
What would your setup be, Shoyes?
I think I'd go with a pretty nice, like really, like a sectional probably. Really, really soft. Not maybe like
He
pleather.
said game room, not nap room.
Yeah. Maybe like like that, like soft leather. I want to get as many dead animals in there as I can.
I'm surprised you're not making
mount them
a
to the wall.
room for a wheel for you to turn.
Yeah. Wheel of pain in
Wheel
the
of
middle.
pain that's just hooked up to the
the
generator.
wheeler-
Like you
yeah,
have to use
you
the
have
wheel
to
of
keep
pain in order to
pushing the
keep
wheel
your
of
power
pain to
on in the
play.
game room. Yeah, that'd
Yeah. And it has just enough power to run Conan Exiles and nothing else. So I got to play it while I'm like pushing with my elbows. Yeah, I'd have a really nice couch, super soft. I'd probably get a TV stand like I have now with like a fireplace built in, but way bigger. Surround sound. Even though I'd use a headset most of the time, but if I wanted to,
Right.
Yeah, now that I've gamed with a headset, like I just can't imagine ever not gaming with a headset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to be the same. I used to be like kind of anti-headset when it came to like playing video games, but like, same thing. Like, I
It's
can't
a
imagine
world
that
of
now.
difference.
Yeah, the sounds are so much richer in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I would go surround sound, because you can probably try to capture some of that. But the TV just sounds like shit. So.
No, like nice speaker systems for just watching movies.
I was gonna say yeah,
or TV.
yeah, exactly.
But
like I'm gonna use it for more than
if
just
I'm gaming,
Yeah.
that's a headset. Just because, especially nowadays with these new games out that require a lot of just awareness that you can get from sound, and actually, humans react faster to sounds than they do sight.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so I'd have that. I'd have a nice surround sound. So it wouldn't just be a man cave, but largely. I'd probably get like shelves up, maybe like a case kind of a shelf with all of the games and like the consoles that go with the games,
Yeah,
like on the wall, along the wall.
yeah.
That's kinda the
Consoles,
idea.
old consoles have a tribute or your shrine wall for
Yeah.
for gaming.
That'd
And
be
then
sweet.
get some like lighting underneath it.
I know this seems kind of
Yeah.
hipstery, but as a kid, we used to have an old record player, and I've always wanted to have one too, and have an album art wall with a record player.
I have a record player. If you want
Well, I don't.
One of those big ass
So-
ones, like the turntables and everything.
So the record player itself is just a small little
My neighbor gives me.
turntable, but you can get a cool cabinet that has speakers and stuff in it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, I don't have that.
I want to. I want to
I have one of
restore
those in
an old
Animal
one
Crossing.
in your dream home in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So I have a record player and an 8-track player because my neighbor just...
Oh, an 8-track player. Something that you won't ever break out to impress anyone.
Oh, I will. It's going to make
Yeah.
it moist.
When he gets a gilf.
Yeah, listen,
fucking
old
rip out the
women need
8-track.
love.
Yeah.
Old women need love too.
Oh, this brings me back, Zach boy. Starts dating
As
an
you hear the-
80-year-old woman.
as you
just
hear the
like,
snap
remember
of
the
the hip.
8-track?
Man, he's so hip, he broke me.
Yeah.
I like what you're going with the couch because that's what I would want in mine too. Is
Yeah,
a
I mean,
couch.
yeah,
like
a really nice
100%.
couch. Just like a place where you can invite your friends over for like movie nights, super easy if you wanted to,
Right.
and yeah.
I think with my setup, I'd put my TV high enough to have like an analog TV underneath it too for like older systems.
I've gotten so used to gaming on a monitor that I don't think I could ever want to game on a TV size thing again.
really.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just so much easier and clearer on a monitor.
Yeah, I'd do that, and then I'd have just like posters and shit of the games that I'm enjoying. Maybe
What if
not.
you-
I don't know.
What if you dump ass here at this table?
Yeah.
No.
This is
It's gonna
the-
get more shelves like your Final Fantasy shelf.
Yeah. You say somebody dumped ass?
Yeah, so it smells like shit.
Oh.
It smells like man pussy in here. Oh, it stinks.
25.
I think like for like around.
Oh, I should have worn my 25-cent shirt today. Or I should have worn my stinks nice and good shirt.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I love how that's canon in the Looney Tune universe.
That's
now.
canon
Like,
now.
fucking
Yeah.
idiots.
If you guys haven't watched
damn.
Meat Candy, you guys need to catch up.
No, like for like the wall stuff, I'd use it as an excuse to like put more shelves up so I could like put my action figure collection up.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty.
Because I have like a little video game area now where I have like a bunch of random video game stuff I got.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that. I got the Dante from not Soul Calibur. Holy shit! Sorry, I had a stroke for a second. But I got the Dante
We're all
from
just
the
a little
newest,
slow today.
Devil May Cry,
Mm-hmm.
hot toy, super stoked. Super.
Wait, which
stoked.
one? The from
Oh,
5?
Yeah, the old Dante.
Nice.
So he's like that tall, but he comes with like Devil Sword Dante and like all of his weapons and shit. Like, dude, I'm so stoked.
I need the one from
So
3
stoked for
Special
that.
Edition.
Yeah, so I would just keep it like that. It would be pretty low, pretty dim lighting going on in there.
Put the LEDs up or something.
Yeah.
I found that I actually game better with light in the room than versus having it dark or low light.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the contrast more. It's less straining on my eyes,
Nice.
and that's why a lot of monitors and TVs will have a backlight on them nowadays because it helps to have a contrast of light behind the TV or the screen you're looking at.
Yeah, there you go. And then just like a really bitchin' 4K TV.
Yeah.
It's the fastest.
One of those
I
really
love
big
4K.
curved ones.
No, the curved ones bother me.
Why?
There's no reason to have a curved.
Because if you have it curved, it
TV.
means you're gay.
Yeah.
God curves your TV if you're gay.
Yeah.
I told someone that at work,
God,
and he
no,
started
no.
laughing so hard he was
your
crying.
TV slowly curl the more gay porn you watch on it.
Yeah.
God's punishing your TV instead of you.
Sorry, Brandy.
That's
Yeah,
probably
it's
my
just like
favorite
his is
thing.
like a fucking fruit roll up.
Oh Jesus!
That's my
Fruit
favorite
by
thing.
the
A4
foot?
is.
I actually have a curved monitor on the way. Yeah.
Is there something you'd like to tell
Did
us?
somebody watch a lot of gay
expecting
porn on it
guys.
before? Or?
He
No, it's
accidentally
brand
watched
new.
something.
This one didn't have a choice.
Oh.
That's what they do. That's how they get curved monitors. Is
This
they put
one
them
was
on and
just-
they just play it on repeat.
This
So
one
it
was
starts
just
slowly
born that
curving
way.
it.
Yeah, this
born
is
curved.
And,
this is a nature versus
accept him
nurture gay
for everything
TV.
he is.
Yeah. Nice.
That's probably my favorite thing A4's ever said though. Was about the curved penis. This is my. I laugh.
Yeah, if you guys
I
haven't,
laugh thinking about it.
haven't watched Playing with the Boys, shout out to A4's channel. You should look up Playing with the Boys Part 1.
It's Junk Food King, right?
Yeah,
Is that
Junk
what
Food
Junk
King.
Food King.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
you playing Dream Daddy.
No, I have no idea what that is.
A4's one to talk because I was on Twitter and he liked this picture of this hunky ass
A4
KFC dude. I'm gonna find it real quick and show
has
it
a
to
lot
you.
of
Oh, yeah.
kinks that
The
some he's
Colonel.
proud about, some he isn't as proud about that he'll deny. But just know that it's true.
Yeah, it's always true.
It's always
A4 has
true.
a curved penis.
He certainly does, and it's a little hairy.
Yeah, check this out. He shared this on Twitter.
Jesus.
A4 liked it, and I was like, oh, okay.
He likes that lean meat.
Yeah,
It's the white meat.
the white meat. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Because I was like on Twitter, and then I was like, what the hell? Oh, it makes sense.
yeah. I don't know. Just spend a
Cover it
lot
in
of.
gravy.
Just got to spend a lot of money on it. That's pretty much what you get to do.
Oh,
with the
look
game,
at A4 trying to defend himself on
I know,
the,
this fucking furry
on the
over here.
stream,
He's
yeah.
like trying to like skirt.
You
the
have
corner.
no voice here. Our word is law. We are the Senate.
Yeah.
It's like those like what is it the leaders in Darksiders were just like the Stone Council or whatever.
All right. So let's get into what we've been playing. What about you, Craig?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Nice.
That's it.
I haven't looked much into it, but from what I'm hearing, it's everything's pretty positive about it.
I wanted to play it Friday when it came out, but my work decided that it was not meant to be, so I had to wait till yesterday.
Did you not know you were working Friday till Friday?
I knew that I was working, well, I didn't know for sure, because they put it on a calendar, but they like call our section something like on the calendar, and I can't remember what it is, and so
the
I didn't
Special
actually
Forces.
know until like Thursday.
That
Yeah.
blows. I'd be
So-
so mad.
Yeah, I wasn't very happy about it, and now we're working like every other Friday, so I have like less time for games.
I was baiting Craig all weekend by sending you Ghost of Tsushima stuff.
Dude, I wanted to avoid like everything Ghost of Tsushima.
I didn't
until
say just
could actually
spoilers.
Play it. No, not just spoilers. I didn't even want to see it played.
Yeah, I've
Like
been.
I have ignored literally everything
Yeah.
in order to like experience it
I'll watch-
in a most pure
I'll
way.
watch someone stream or play a game that I probably have little inclination to play. But then if I know I'm going to be playing it in the near future, I won't watch anything.
See, I do the same thing because I go on to see like if I'm like, oh, maybe I'm gonna get this. I don't know. I like to see.
So,
the
yeah,
gameplay.
if I'm
it's
on
like,
the fence,
you know what? Yeah, sure.
Then I'll
You'll check.
check.
Ghost of Tsushima
but I know
was
I'm
an
gonna play Ghost of
instant
Tsushima.
buy
So.
for me. Like I knew.
I mean,
was
it's
gonna get
it's
that
a
shit.
Japanese weep
What-
culture. Of
well-
course, it's instant buy for you.
not like it's one of the few games that has like a Japanese theme, because most of them don't like haven't really explored that.
I mean,
And then
Sekiro.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
but Sekiro
Sekiro
also explored the depths of his psyche.
But I feel like-
with its
Yeah.
difficulty.
Yeah.
I feel
Well, I
like
mean,
Sekiro and Nero though too are more steeped in myth, whereas this game is like completely almost factual.
it's historical
And I guess
fiction.
most
straight
other
up.
like JRPGs is just a byproduct of Japanese culture rather than a representation of it.
Yeah,
Right.
and then also along with this one, it's inspired by like samurai movies, which I fucking love samurai
Dude,
movies.
and you
Yeah.
can tell some of the cinematics
Oh, yeah,
are
dude,
fucking rad.
Yeah, they.
I'm just excited
They
to
have
fight
an
the Mongol horde.
Akira Kurosawa
Yeah.
mode, which makes it black and white and everything, and it's fucking. I'm gonna play that shit,
dude.
because god damn, dude. And then, yeah, so like literally everything about it is like an insta buy for me, and including the fact that it was by Sucker Punch, because I
Oh,
enjoy
yeah.
their games.
Yeah,
'Cause, you know, they made Infamous.
Yeah.
Did they really?
And I fucking,
Oh, okay. Sucker Punch. 'Cause I knew Sucker Punch sounded
Yeah,
familiar, and I couldn't figure out why.
They made Infamous and the Sly Cooper games.
Dude.
I never played Sly Cooper, but I fucking love Infamous.
Right.
So
I had to continually drink water in that game because I kept coming. Like I had to stay hydrated. Like everything in that game is just so beautiful, and the
dude,
cinematics
fucking
are just
Take your
so good
supplements.
that I just kept like,
Some
every time.
A little
Dude.
more
Oh,
pineapple
yeah,
to make it a
dude.
little more fragrant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we thought we lost Zach due to dehydration after the Heavenly Strike.
Oh yeah, dude. That one I covered my TV. Like that was such a cool cinematic, dude.
Have you played Sekiro yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never beat it.
How do the cinematics compare? Because I feel like
It's way-
Sekiro is a beautiful
way
game.
more cinematic.
Yeah, this game is way
and
more
it's-
cinematic.
Yeah,
agree.
I'm not surprised. Yeah,
Because
Sekiro was more cinematic than we expected it to be too.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Well, because
I mean,
like,
it won Game of the Year.
again with like what Craig like is saying, it's made to be a samurai movie.
Yeah.
is the way they filmed this game.
Yeah.
And you can tell, and it's just, oh, dude, it's so cool. And
Well,
like, I
I'm
want to
excited
go
to
back
get
and
into
play
it
the
then.
Kurosawa mode.
Like they have like a lot of really sharp color choices too. Like they'll
the flowers, like there's some like when you do like some of the side quests for like some of like the Insta stuff. So like again, we were talking about the Heavenly Strike.
I won't be able to play anything but Sekiro
you
next week anyway, though.
You follow flowers.
Or not Sekiro, Suikoden.
Suikoden.
All right, is that all you played?
Yep.
Okay. So this week I was playing Escape from Tarkov a little bit, but then wait, I'm getting into it.
All day.
But I booted up the old PS Vita to put some time into Suikoden, and I noticed even though it was sitting on the charger, it had not charged. It was about to die. Like, Craig, what the fuck? What's going on? He's like, oh, maybe you have to buy a new power cord for it. So I'm like, well, fuck. So I ordered a power cord, and it didn't arrive until Saturday evening. And so I had nothing to play. I mean, I had everything else I could play, but I decided to put time into Escape from Tarkov, like put some real fucking hours into Escape from Tarkov. Waiting for that cord to arrive. So on Friday evening, I was looking online at some Discords, and I found a brand new Escape from Tarkov Discord that some kid was publishing out. Hopped on there, and I found a crew. Found my new home. Me and a few guys. We were playing Escape from Tarkov all night. I mean, literally. We started playing at like 6, 7 our time, and I did not stop playing Escape from Tarkov until 8 o'clock the next day.
Damn.
And then found a new crew. Talked about the podcast a little bit, so we might have some new listeners from that. One dude's pretty cool, chill. And then played a little bit more Escape from Tarkov yesterday in the morning a little bit. And then I got on PlayStation, talked to Craig, did some D&D stuff, and then Craig got off. I'm like, might as well boot up Escape from Tarkov, do one last raid. And then I ended up going to bed till like 3:30 last night. Because the crew was on. We did a raid.
Because the crew was. I'm glad you like found a game that's like really like tickling you.
Dude, it's I don't know what it is about games that fucking destroy you that is so addicting to us. But it makes like every small victory just that much more meaningful. But dude, this game is fucking me up both in real life and in the game itself. I'm always so poor because I lose all the cool stuff that I build. But then I just ended up playing that until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then afterwards I was just talking to one of the dudes in the crew. We're talking about guns, cars, motorcycles, and settings in Tarkov and stuff like that. Like, the Tarkov is just so in depth what you can do with guns and armor and stuff like that. It's the game that sucks out my soul and ages me. Like, I literally lost like a lot of hair last night. It's probably just from the lack of sleep, but
Your hair was falling out?
yeah, I'm losing it.
Damn.
You're gonna start looking like a real Russian prisoner by the time this game's
I have not seen sunlight. No, so the worst part about what I did Friday evening, Saturday morning, is because I work from home, and I was basically at my desk for just over 24 hours, sitting in that fucking chair.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, my back still hurts from doing that. My ass hurts a little bit too.
Yeah, luckily you're sitting in a...
And that's more from the game.
Luckily you're sitting in a chair with no back, so you can't lean back.
Yeah,
and hurt your back.
it's probably better to activate these other muscles. Yeah, I fucking played a game way too much.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is play it.
I know that feeling.
I think you would like Escape from Tarkov, but I'd stay away.
Yeah, I have to abstain.
It's because the Wasteland's calling him back.
Dude, the fucking Wasteland in Tarkov, though.
Don't tell him that.
The League of Legends.
It's all these things that I want to get back into, but I can't do it. Craig, my remedy for you not getting spoiled on the game was to work more, but apparently that didn't work either. Because like if you're at work forever, you don't get spoiled if you're not online.
But anyways,
But if you get screenshots constantly from some fucker, then
It wasn't. I didn't
spoiled.
send him tons of screenshots. I would just like do this game. So
anyways,
great.
the charger
This game's
came
so
for
cool.
the PS Vita, and it's charging now, so it was the charger's fault. So All right, that's what I played. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Well,
Craig's just mad because he wants me to beat Last of Us 2.
Yeah, fucking beat it, dude. I'm the only one who's beat it, and I'm just waiting.
I still need to beat the first one before I can play the second.
I'll bring it to
I
you
know.
today.
So it's gonna be a minute before we get to it.
Listen, that's good. Then I can just put it off until I actually have to play it.
Fuck off. Beat the lesbian game, damn it.
No.
And he's not talking about Last of Us Part 2, just so you guys know. He's talking about the actual lesbian game.
Yeah.
lesbian the game.
His 10-minute excuse of a game.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we had a fun conversation about that in the chat.
I bet you did.
No, he kept talking about Ghost of Tsushima, and I was like, fuck you, I can't play it. Don't talk about it.
Oh, yeah, that's not what you
Like, go play the lesbian game. And then
No.
And then he's like, no, I have to be a samurai.
I said I
And
have
it's
to
like,
follow the
no,
samurai code.
Go be the lesbian I know you could be.
That was a fun chat. But no, so the 2 games I played this week was The Last of Us Part 2. I did play a bit of that. And then Ghost of Tsushima took up the rest of my weekend.
Nice. Very nice. So I played a pretty good amount. Well, it's not really a pretty good amount. It's like 5 hours of Final Fantasy 14 this week. I did play a little more Dissidia NT. I'm just trying to do like a few wins here and there. I failed my daily win count thing.
Go get checked.
No
So
one
that's,
shake Caleb's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a hand sneezer.
Yeah. But the fucking I played a good amount of Suikoden yesterday too.
You did? Okay, I was shaking my head at you because you weren't saying Suikoden.
Yeah, it was about 3
You judged him too early.
2-3 hours of it yesterday. I mean, that's not like
That's
a ton,
not
but
comparatively, but
I've
then
got a
again,
guide pulled up.
I'm royally fucked up about not playing it. I mean, some of it wasn't my fault, but I would have known about the charger earlier if it hadn't started trying to play it on Thursday.
Yeah.
So mostly my fault. But my next week is only going to be Suikoden because I need to beat it.
Yeah, I'll do that after we do our 14 days.
Because it's due next week.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I have like at least 25 hours left in that game. 26 hours. So
Yeah, I got a guide pulled up because I'm trying to gather all the characters.
You're going to do 100% character run?
No, probably not 100%. But
I heard the characters don't matter as much. Just get ones that you like.
I don't think you can really get 100%.
You can.
Beat,
Does
if
it
you don't
take a
transfer
multiple
from the first
playthrough?
game.
Technically, probably not. Yeah, there's stuff, slight bonuses, and like
There are certain characters you can't have unless you have the save file from the first one.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that there's a couple things that are carryover from the first game. But honestly, like I was talking to a couple people about it, like Brandy and then the guy at work, and they're like, "Well, I mean, you can play the first game, but it seems like it's mostly references to the first game in the second game." And I'm like, I'm not really worried about references. I don't give a fuck about like.
That's a thick stream you got going there, Zach. In
Yeah.
the bathroom.
Yeah, let's do it some honor.
I'll hold up my microphone to the door.
Yeah.
Like under the doors, very good sound.
But yeah, I got a guide pulled up, so I'm gonna try to get a few more characters. I don't know if it's 100% guide, but I am gonna probably follow that
We
for a little.
complimented your thick stream you had going on. Nice and thick and meaty sounding.
Yeah.
Piss
But
and gravy.
let's see, and then I did play.
You have one of those colostomy bags, but for your bladder, you just dump it in the toilet.
Yeah.
How did you know about my ED?
I also played some Conan Exiles last night / this morning. So I got off work at 4 as always, and I got home. I drank a 6-rack of the Pabst.
Dude, okay. Diet-wise, I've been failing. It's mostly because I've just been sitting at the desk and drinking Pabst and Summer Shandy.
Nice.
And whiskey. Dude, that whiskey I brought last week, it's almost gone.
Jeez.
That night, I played Escape from Tarkov. I got drunk, got sober, and got drunk again like 3 or 4 times in the course of that night.
Jeez, dude. It's a lot of booze.
Yeah, and then just drinking water the whole time too, so I never got dizzy.
That's a pro gamer move right there.
It is, except I got to the point where Escape from Tarkov, that's the game that you never want to get more than a healthy buzz because there's just too much to lose when you fuck up.
Yeah, and then it's gone forever.
And then it's gone forever. Then you have to fucking be a poor again and do scav runs until you have enough money to build your fucking weapon that you like again. Just fucking lose it. Like the weapon build I've been running sits around 136,000 rubles to build it, and then when you die, it's gone. And if you insure it, people like to keep kitted out guns, and so you always lose it.
Yeah. Is that another beta game?
Yeah. Yes, but
So it's not a real game.
it's not a real game according to Craig, but I enjoy it. It has for me, it's a more fully featured beta game.
Yeah.
But there's a whole mechanic, a whole another level of the game that they're still trying to add. So
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about games in beta. Like,
I normally am that way too, but I mean, it's not like I haven't burned on actual AAA released games like Fallout 76.
yeah. That's why I'm worried about Cyberpunk being a good game, because
Yeah, I'm just neutral about it. Like, if it's good, I'll enjoy it, but if it's not good, then I'll just be
Yeah, like I mean, I like Witcher 3, but I don't know if I like Witcher 3 to the level of like I trust anything they do.
I mean, I love Witcher 3, but it's like people hype up certain studios, and then when certain games reach a certain amount of popularity, it always puts pressure on the studio to at least recreate or exceed how good that previous game was. And I just feel like that's setting up a lot of people for disappointment.
Yeah, I think it's also I don't know. I think it's also kind of unfair because even if the studio isn't pressured, like sometimes your best game is going to be like your third game or your fourth game or whatever. That doesn't mean that everything after is not good. It's just not as good.
I think Cyberpunk will be a good game at least.
I'm excited for the multiplayer aspect of it, where we can like play online together. That's one of the things that I'm like.
I just
hoping
don't
it really
think
shines.
that there's going to be a lot of features that they kind of teased at the beginning, and I think they've already started to walk back some of it.
Well, they did with like was it the wall running or something?
Yeah,
like that?
they took out the wall running because.
Well, I didn't want to
PS4
play
couldn't handle
Titanfall
it.
anyway.
Titanfall's all right.
Well, hell, if they keep delaying it, it'll be a PS5 game. So I guess
that's the plan.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
PS5 launch
No.
title.
Yeah.
Well, why
They're
get
making
rid
it a
of the wall
PS5
running?
launch title, and at the same time, they're
Because they wanted the PlayStation 4
because
is
it's
supposed
coming
to
out.
have
It's coming out for both PS5 and PS4.
right. Well, PS4
and,
is supposed to have like playability for the next like, year and a half. It's support wise what they want.
And yeah, kind of like how PS3 was still alive for at least like a year after PS4 came out.
And if our lovely patrons decide to donate, or new patrons want to start donating, then we can all of us get a healthy round of PS5s real quick.
I'm already planning on it, but I get you.
But yeah, they also delayed it so that they could work on fixing bugs and shit.
I think
and
that's bullshit. I don't believe
they're
that.
probably also working on like a shit ton of DLC for it.
I don't believe that it's a bug thing. I think they just wanted to make it a launch
that is
title.
one thing that they announced. Is that
they announced, but I don't believe it.
Oh,
It's bullshit. They're like, because they've pushed it back like 2 times now, or 3. This is third.
I mean, yeah, they pushed it back, which is fine if they need to do that.
I don't think it was a need. I think it was purely for the fact they wanted to be a PlayStation 5 launch title.
And that's fine.
That's all I think it
Honestly, I would like.
I mean, it
strong,
would have been.
I would like
yeah.
strong launch titles for PS5,
Yeah.
and having Cyberpunk be one of those.
I don't mind.
like, that's
I
fine.
don't mind if they push it back too, just to give them the extra development time they might need. I'm a fan of studios pushing back games, guys.
No, I agree, but like I don't think that's what they're doing. I need to be transparent because I don't think it's because they're fixing bugs. I think it's because Sony's like, hey, we want this to do, which is cool, and I'm going to get it for PS5. But I don't
Exactly. I mean, when
You
it's
need to be
so
transparent.
close to a console release, like it doesn't make sense to release a new game
Right.
for a previous platform.
But they are. But I heard if you get the PlayStation 4
Sold,
version,
but yeah.
for like the PS4 version, it'll give you a code for PS5.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
Sony was making sure that if you buy these games, it should be good on the next console, just because they don't want to lock people out of the next
Right.
buy.
So get it on PS4 then. Yeah, that's because then you get the PS5 one.
I'm
too.
getting the PS5 soon, so
That's what I'm getting the PS5 anyway.
I don't think you are. It's not coming out for like
as soon as
it comes out.
November.
Okay.
It'll come out November.
Will it?
we
though?
can pre-order it.
Because
I
I haven't
guarantee
actually
it. I
I
announced.
think you can
It'll be
pre-order
November.
it.
I think
on
it's going to be
Amazon.
around the same time.
Not
as,
right now.
As,
Sony-
Cyberpunk.
They have a placeholder.
They do, but you can't pre-order yet. And Sony says they will announce when you can when they're going to release pre-orders. They're not going to announce it the second it's out. They're going to say, "Hey, pre-order is going to be available on this day."
Yeah.
That's going to be another fucking console buy up and then reselling on eBay for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing with the Switches. Those fucking.
I imagine they'll announce that sometime in October or August or September.
Hopefully they'll try to limit it to one per account, but I mean, people will still account scum.
I hope they
Yeah.
do that because those fucking scalpers are fucking assholes.
Yeah, just don't buy from them.
Craig was telling me that
And they're-
Microsoft is moving away from using yearly subscriptions. They're going to move to a month-to-month format.
Yeah, so
Is PlayStation going to do something similar?
I don't know. They haven't said anything.
For what? Plus?
Yeah.
I hope not. The year one's better.
Xbox
I know.
Live, they're no longer selling the
gold?
year-long things.
Yeah,
for
they
the
took gold
Xbox
away.
Gold.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's just a way to get more money
So they're
out of their
doing it
fucking
month to month
loyal
instead.
fan base.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is Microsoft has no soul,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping PlayStation does, because I'd rather not go to the month. Because I get my fucking my subscription in
PlayStation's
November
super
for the
good
Black
with
Friday sale.
putting their yearly subscriptions on sale every so often. You can just fucking
Right.
snatch them up.
Well, so
Yeah.
on the Black Friday sale, they're $40 for the year,
Yeah, we know.
and that's what I.
Yeah,
That's what I
we've been trying to, as the show will buy us the subscriptions. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. You got on the
well, you
show
were
too
part
late.
of the show.
I know,
bro.
damn
The
it.
second that Sony announces that they're moving to a month-to-month thing too, we should just buy like a shitload of the year-long value.
Yeah. Just buy them out.
No, we're going to buy a 5 years worth of online subscription for each of the podcast hosts. We don't have to do the subscription for the life of the PS5.
Yeah. You want to play
'Cause they have
ball?
to
We'll
honor
play
it.
ball. Yeah. That's what you want to do. I mean, that's your choice.
Checkmate.
We'll buy them all on Black Friday too, so we'll skim like $20 off of each. $100
man.
saving.
Watch us all get banned. Like they're just like,
Yeah, they're like, sorry, you can only have 3 years at one time. You're like, fuck. Also, the code's expired.
Yeah.
Oh, do they expire?
No, but
Okay, good.
they might if they push
It's
that.
got to
although-
retain its value like the U.S. stamp.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If they, you know what? If they're like, oh yeah, we're not doing this
Oh,
anymore,
man,
you
if
could
they
just sell it
retain
to
their
people on
value,
eBay.
we could like scalp a bunch of the fucking like
Oh,
year-long
man.
things.
Oh,
the
dude,
year-long
that's the
passes.
buy up, but you need to get the physical versions from like
Yeah,
Walmart.
yeah.
That's the fucking buy up. Just buy up a whole bunch of subscriptions.
Just
and
like
then
pull the, just
sell
like
those
take
on
the
eBay.
little card shelf off the wall and just like
But-
slide them
but-
all off.
Just take
But
the whole like.
it wouldn't be
Yeah.
as profitable because you can't sell it for too much of a markup because it still has to be less than what a year's worth of subscription would be, or else no one's going to fucking buy it.
Well, if
isn't
they
it-
move
isn't
to
it
month
year-
to month, then
Then they.
I mean, let's think about it. They're probably going to do around they're going to do $10 a month.
Whatever. It's $20 for the month already.
Is it 20 for a month?
for Xbox it is.
Fucking hell, dude.
yeah,
That's
they-
expensive.
I think. Well, I was talking with Brandy yesterday about this, and I think the gaming market's going to become like all of the other big markets, and it's going to die.
So
not,
20.
not like
it's $240, yeah. Just
Yeah,
doing the math.
$240.
damn. Not a-
$240 a year for
Yeah.
a subscription.
So we sell it for $210.
And
We make our money back.
dude,
Oh,
it's like
we'll make
it's like gaming the flea
fucking
market in
instantly,
Tarkov.
dude.
I'm doing Tarkov in real life, dudes.
Yeah.
Finding loot items and selling
I mean,
it just slightly less.
We buy the damn things for like $45, sell it, resell it for like $220.
Yeah.
We get the office we deserve.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's already bought, and so are the offices around it.
how much are Xbox Live year subscriptions going for, like the physical card?
I have no idea.
We have to look that up.
It probably
to see what our actual
they'll be the
return
same
on
price because
investment
all they
is.
do is they add tax to it if you buy it from the store. But I guess they add tax anyway because we're in
Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah, so that'd be paying double tax on it because if you sell it on eBay,
Yeah, that's true.
is it legal to actually resell those?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I would make it illegal.
But I was when I was talking to him about it, I was like, I think eventually it's going to become too expensive, and it's going to fall like everything else, like the music industry when it got too pricey, and then a bunch of people started stealing it.
Yeah.
And then they had to come up to a compromise of like, well, we're going to have to stream music now. It's going to have to be Spotify. It's going to have to be YouTube. It's going to have to be.
You just have to embrace the internet for what it is.
Yeah, and I
make
think-
it easier to obtain music than it is to pirate it.
All right, because we were talking about because EA wants to raise the price of video games.
Yeah. And I said I don't
It
really
makes
mind, but
sense just because of inflation.
I guess,
Yeah,
but like
you know-
it's EA's saying it, and they bring out the shitty games. Like EA's games are
Yeah,
the same
I'm-
fucking clone every
Yeah,
year.
see, I was talking about this last night too, and I was saying that I don't mind it if it was like based like you know how liquor does it, where like it's basically by the brand.
Yeah.
Like if they did it like that way, where like if it was from a gaming company that you know is going to make a great game, then you know, fine, sell it for like $70. But if you're fucking a lesser known studio and you're making like a fucking indie game, then you shouldn't be charging
I just
people
feel
like $60-$70.
Right.
That's another reason why this next console generation's pushing for digital. It's just cheaper.
Yeah, and I like digital because one thing I don't really care for
digital.
is I don't like digital. I like having a physical copy.
Right.
But I don't like. I honestly don't like GameStop being alive.
Yeah.
Because
I don't like them
we just
being
need like
alive.
retro game stores for physical copies of old
Yeah.
games, and then for any fucking
Right.
game or loot you want.
And to me, the big thing is like I think the studios should get paid when someone buys their game, and I don't think that happens.
Another thing is what people don't realize. Like I know this is going to be another question later, so I'm going to ask this, but. Someone's like, oh, like with everyone going to digital, but with these games being so massive, like we're not going to have space on our hard drives, so we should still buy physical copies. I'm like, the physical copy is a fucking lie, right? All that's on that disc nowadays is just the download code.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then the copyright thing that so you
so
need to have the
fucking
disc in order to
annoying.
play it. So you're basically still using the disc to download the game, and now you need the disc anytime you want to boot the game, just so it can just make sure it's not a pirated copy. Digital is so much easier because all games are fucking digital anyway.
Yeah, they've made it
physical. It's physical is fake now, guys.
Yeah, they've basically made it all digital. Yeah, with their new fucking the way they format the discs. I like the idea of the studio getting dough every time somebody plays it, pretty much. And I don't think that's too unreasonable.
Yeah, I don't
from like a consumer
So
standpoint.
Chase versus Games telling you.
Pay extra for the studio selling X amount of games. Oh, milestones for studios getting paid. Yeah, that might be something they might explore. Plus, I usually buy collector's editions to games I'm excited about,
Right.
and those are. The value of the stuff isn't really nearly as high as the shit.
A4
costs.
was saying he'd pay for Google Stadia if it existed. But see, the thing about streaming video games, it's never going to be good, not unless you have amazing internet. And depending on
also have stuff like that already for
Streaming-
Xbox and PlayStation with like
Streaming
PlayStation
movies
Now,
is fine.
Xbox Game Pass, you can stream some games and download
but
them.
streaming
Right,
video
but you're
games
actually putting
is
them onto your
horrible.
console, and they take it away as soon
Yeah,
as it's
so
gone. So, like, it's
so
there.
I believe in like a subscription service for video games if it's you're downloading the game to play on your own rig, because there's so much happening internet wise when you're streaming a game on someone else's rig that you're just going to have a ton of latency and be really constricted by that unless you have amazing internet, and not everyone does, especially A4. So I don't know, he's saying he wants a streaming service for a video game.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like I think it makes more sense, and they'll be able to make more money if you can't really buy used games. So if they crush the used gaming market,
Yeah.
GameStop mostly,
Mm-hmm.
they can probably keep the pricing a little lower.
Right.
Like maybe that's the thing that'll help us keep it to 60, because then it's you might have a buddy that's sharing a PS4, but every other person that's playing it has bought it. And they bought it from you. They didn't buy it from GameStop or anybody else.
Yeah, we're definitely in a transformative period for video games now.
Yeah,
It'd be
so
interesting where it goes. Like, it makes sense for studios to increase the price just to match kind of what the current economy is doing and what inflation's at. Because if you think about it, it's been at $60 for a brand new game for years.
yeah, it's been a long
And so
Yeah.
the console publishers are losing money on each console generation that they make up through subscriptions and stuff later, and video game publishers, they're losing money off of physical copies that they have to make up through DLC sales and cosmetic sales.
Yeah, it's annoying. But I remember when it went from 50 to 60, it was like
And I
PS2.
think that embracing
PS3.
the free-to-play format is kind of another good way to go, because it attracts a lot of people who are more willing to spend more money on it to justify, because they're like, oh, I didn't pay any money for this game, so I might as well spend around $60 on it for stuff I like.
Sorry, I'm trying to slaughter the fly invasion that's happened. Like, there's like 4 flies in this room.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I haven't had a fly in my house in like fucking 5 months, and now they're just converging on our locale.
It stinks in here.
Yeah. It's all that man. It's all that man pussy.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking pissing me off. But yeah, maybe that's one of the things that helps, because if you think about it, like that would take a lot. That would give them a lot more money.
Yeah. I feel like I'd want to do another. I think I did do an episode on this before, exploring the price of video games and how studios need to make money.
So,
but I think I'd want to do an expanded review on that at some point. Just do some more research, and we can talk about it on its own episode.
I'd kind of like them to do a physical copy only in like the digital. I mean, not the digital, the collector's editions.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
especially because
that's
physical copies aren't real; they're fake.
Yeah, I mean, and especially since like we're not going to be able to play, PS3 games and stuff, except for on like PS3, because like that's the games are actually on those fucking discs, and they're basically a move to digital only with PS4.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, you might as well.
I mean, yeah, they're talking about cross-play with PS4 games. So I was reading that Sony is only doing PS4 games and certain PS3 games that were made into PS4 games as well. So that's how far back its cross-play only goes.
God, it's so stupid. I'm so sick of this shit.
And it's not cross-play. It's fucking...
It's,
console
backwards
generation.
compatibility.
Yeah, backwards compatibility.
Yeah, it's backwards compatible with the PS4 stuff and
It's
any
just-
game that's on PS4.
It's
so.
stupid. Like, I have all these old... Like, my PS3 doesn't read discs anymore. It's like I have to actively find it.
And so when you put in a PS4 game, you're just getting the download code to download the game.
Yeah.
It really kind of fucking sucks, too, because it's like, what happens to all those old games, Because
You're
it's
going to
like...
buy the revamped versions later, or just keep an old PS3 around?
See, that's the thing is, like, the, discs won't last forever.
No.
So they're going to eventually...
I mean, we
like,
see this issue with
go away.
games of the previous era with Nintendo and Sega and stuff like that. Those games aren't available unless you have an old console and those cartridges.
Yeah.
That's why the emulator scene exploded, to make it an easy way to access those games again. But they're technically stealing from... Remember, we had this whole episode where they're technically stealing...
The piracy.
The piracy.
Yeah.
I guess studios should just work on making emulations on the modern consoles for popular old games.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is that makes me mad is that they're not even, like, actively trying... to make it so you can play the old games anymore.
The past is the past, Craig. Look
It's
only
like-
forward. Buy more.
It's like if they want people to view video games as an art form, which it is, they need to be able to view every single thing, and they can't do that if half of them aren't available.
Only one game is a true art game in gaming.
You haven't even played it yet.
No, it's not that. It's Sekiro.
Oh, I thought you were
Because-
going back to Conan.
No, it's
I did too, actually.
Yeah, that was a surprising choice from you, Schweiss.
no, it's because for me, for it to be a true,
Sekiro and the last God of War.
yeah, for
That
me,
was beautiful.
for it to be
It
a true art form, I feel like it has to be distinct in its own way. Like, it has to be able to do something that's different than other art forms, and I don't think cinematics are enough.
Cinematics aren't enough. The gameplay is the true...
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
difference between a Michael Bay film and...
where it's all...
Someone that isn't him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was trying to pull out an actual good director. I just blanked. I'm not too good at this movie thing or, like,
Yeah.
remembering good studios or publishers and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think that's the only example. So it's only been an art form for like a year now. Because I don't think having...
It's only been an art form for a year?
Yeah, I don't think having good art or good storytelling makes it an art form necessarily. I just think because a good story is just a good book or a good
what
movie.
is art supposed to do? It's supposed to engage you. It's supposed to elicit emotional reactions from you. And I feel like there have been games all the way up to this point that have been checking those boxes.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, it's
you haven't
only
noticed it until
so
recently.
the difference though is that movies combine sound, storytelling, and cinematics,
Whereas video
video
games,
and then video games have
engage
those same
you on
things, But video games are also able to engage you
Where you get to take
physically
part
because
in
you
that
take
universe,
part
that
in,
story.
Yeah.
with the gameplay. And
Dude, it's
so,
like a fucking choose your own adventure novel from Goosebumps.
essentially.
But yeah, like I say, like the first game that made me go, yeah, this has achieved true art. This has achieved true storytelling. Was
Leisure Suit Larry.
no, I mean that's a close second, right behind Pimp My Ride, but then fucking God of War. That game was like that game to me with all the little exposition moments between you and your and
boy.
Atreus.
Just the storytelling on that was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree, but I would still say that I don't know. Maybe it can't be done in a movie because the way they
there's
do
certain
it.
things that video games can do that movies can't.
Yeah, and that would be like travel time and stuff like that, and those
Right.
get cut out. So.
Well, not just that, but like there are things that like all forms of art can do that others can't. Like books can tell you like what a character is thinking
Yeah.
and like how they feel about a certain thing, whereas
Yeah.
like movies can't necessarily show that.
Right. So, and the big difference between video games and movies, for the most part, is movies you're forced to view the material through the lens perspective,
Yeah.
whereas in a video game you can kind of control the perspective that you're viewing that game from.
Right.
You are controlling your character, you're controlling how he interacts with the environment and other people in the game, and you are basically within their own world controlling a little bit of how you want the story to go.
Yeah, I would agree with that too, and I feel like that's why we get more emotional responses. I get more emotional responses out of video games than I do movies.
Yeah.
Like some movies, like they'll hit me right in the feels that I didn't know I had anymore.
Yeah.
But like some of the video games, like, and I'll go back to this one because this one I cry every goddamn time. Is when Joel's daughter dies in Last of Us 1.
Oh, yeah.
No matter.
Spoilers.
Yeah, you'll find out. I don't care.
Dude, that's like the
It's
first
been-
I already,
it's
know.
been out.
I already know basically everything about
So,
Last of
like-
Us Part 1.
That scene, every time I play it, regardless how many times I've played it, it just hits me every single time. And like for me, like that, it's there.
I would
it elicits
say
that emotional response.
Bastion from Supergiant, right? Supergiant.
Yeah, Supergiant Games.
Again, I'm not good at studios. That elicited an emotional reaction from me too, and the music for that game.
Yeah.
I would say that
The
that's
music for that game is
achieving
fucking
art.
great.
Dude. And I made a playlist on Spotify called "Video Games That Made Me Feel,"
Dude, I bought the fucking
and
soundtrack
then that
for that
song
game.
is it.
Do you have
fucking Spotify?
Do you have the arena fight from Doom Eternal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I cried during the arena fight in Doom.
Dude, that one, if you like think
fighting that gladiator.
Yeah,
And then
sweet.
listening to the fucking metal chant in the back, God, it just brought a tear to my eye because I'm Doomslayer. I'm back in my proving
Right.
grounds, and I'm cleansing it from this aberration.
Well, it's like, again, you're proving yourself all over again. Is what
such
it
a
is, too.
beautiful
Like,
and tender moment.
As you rip his fucking spine. The tender moment as your shotgun
But that
goes off
to
and
me
brains.
was
Spilling buckets of blood.
that was the highlight moment for me in that the Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
Yeah, overall, it wasn't as good as Doom 2016, but that was the moment.
yeah.
That was good.
I'll still
good.
I'll still die on. I think it's a funner game than Doom 2016. That's
I enjoy it.
I
I
enjoyed
think
enjoyed
you
the
should
combat.
play Doom 2016 again.
no, dude. It's way faster than 2016.
It's so
I
much
agree.
faster.
I agree with Schweiss.
I don't know.
It's
It-
fucking
it's like-
fast, dude.
It's fast, but it's not.
Listen, you played it on baby mode. Me and Schweiss played it on real man mode. So that's why
Fuck
we
you.
get a better opinion.
Yeah. I'm down with that. They're both good games, and I think that 2016 is probably better overall. But to play, I fucking love the new
Yeah,
one, dude.
I agree with that. I thought it was felt a lot
Did
more
we
fluid.
reset this?
No, it did that the other day. It's been weird. The recording device.
The
Like,
alarm
it's-
is going
Yeah,
on.
I'm hoping that we didn't lose anything then, because we were at like an hour or something.
I don't think we did. We have the Twitch too, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
But it did that. It did that with Joe and I. It just
Let's
stopped
just-
and started right up.
Let's just switch the Zoom out. Let's not use this one. I mean, we have a few of them lying around.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, let's
I'll have
not
to
use
figure
this.
out what's going on with it. But
All right.
yeah,
Let's want to get into
But
it.
speaking of games with pretty decent music,
Oh yeah,
games that try to
yeah.
elicit an emotional response out of you, our review today is Undertale.
yeah. But before we get to that,
Oh yeah, fuck.
once again,
Fuck you, Schweiss. I'm just kidding.
anybody beat a game this week?
Nope.
You do have to wait for the.
You didn't even wait for the honk.
It's too slow. Nope.
The Cry of Our God.
Cry for God.
God's tears, Craig. That's what you just heard. Nothing
It's not
from you.
really a cry. It's more like a battle roar.
Yeah. God's motivation. Nothing for Craig, huh?
Our
Damn.
boar-like God is like Crom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he's
can pray to
silly.
him all you want, but he will never answer.
Yeah. He might appreciate, but he won't tell you.
Yeah.
What is with us and our fucking, what's it called? Our Stockholm syndrome with these games that abuse us.
What are you talking about?
That we're just in love with the Crom, the god who is unfeeling.
Okay.
And we're in love with Conan. We're in love with.
I love Conan before Conan Exiles.
Yeah.
But no, I guess it's more for me and Schweiss then that we love games that abuse us, like Dark Souls, Sekiro.
True.
For me right now, Tarkov, and I don't know why.
Schweiss is a fan of BDSM.
I guess we like a little
Brutality.
little whippage in our life.
Listen,
little,
you know when that girl like just
straps.
disrespects you, I'm coming back. I'm coming back with a bruised eye, but I'm coming back.
Yeah.
just make me feel feelings I never felt before.
Yeah.
Shatter this unfeeling
Yeah.
vessel that I am.
Yeah.
The lack of confidence.
feel again.
Even if that feeling is like pain and
Need her to
suffering.
put out her
right?
cigarette in my face.
Yeah. You put it out of my.
Indeed.
I need you to put that cigarette out of my brown eye. That way, every time I'm taking a shit, I remember.
Back and laugh. He's fucking up my chairs in this room.
I'm gonna fall and die.
Cameron just falls back into the fucking the Miss Door thing in Harry Potter. He just disappears.
These chairs that I buy for the show.
Yeah, that's the only one you've actually bought for the show.
No, I put in time for these other chairs,
Yeah.
and then I didn't even get to fucking sit in it.
I mean, they're still here.
Technically, you're still sitting in it.
Yeah, and you are sitting in
No,
it now.
not these chairs.
You're sat in this one the last few weeks.
Yeah, because
This one.
I gave Zach the throne. That
Oh.
one was me, and then this one was you.
The throne hurts
We
my
need to find
ass.
a gaming chair sponsor.
Yeah, get some free fucking chairs in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, games beaten. Craig, nothing. What about Cameron?
No, but they did beat me.
Yeah, okay. Zach?
So mine would be from last week because I wasn't
Yep.
here, but I beat Undertale.
Yeah, we mentioned that. We weren't going to record until you say it.
Yeah, it doesn't count. And it actually expires after 8 days.
Yeah, fuck you.
So if you forget,
I think you should delete that big TD game off, though. That doesn't count. It's only 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I've beaten other games in 10 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I beat Gone Home in 1 minute. I beat Soul Calibur 6 in 10 minutes.
I bet it doesn't even take
I
you
beat
10 minutes to beat your
fucking
meat.
Far Cry 4 in
Do
10
you just
minutes.
count Soul Calibur for the ladder?
No, there's an actual story mode that is really fucking short.
Yeah, we decided that if it has a story mode, it counts.
That's
But if it doesn't, you
stupid.
have to play with
So
every
does that
character.
mean we count things like the Easter egg ending for Far Cry 4?
Yeah.
Does that mean if you do the...
I would say you have to
Andromeda-
beat the original version first, though.
So
But
if
then
I...
if you beat it already, you can't double Sid speed.
So if I go in and I
guess you
eat
wait
that
till
fish
next year.
and take the chip
Yeah, you'd
out
have to wait till
of,
next year,
of
but-
2B, then I win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with all those fucking fake endings,
Fuck yeah,
you could be
dude.
beating Nier Automata like
Good. I'm going to beat Nier Automata tonight.
once every
Do it.
year for like the next decade and a half.
Yeah, and still get a different ending,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna...
There's like 26 different endings, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
different. There's 26 chips.
I think there's an ending for every letter of the alphabet.
Yeah.
So guess what, buddy?
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to beat the game tonight. I'm going to take my chip out.
Do it.
Ooh, that's hot.
Then she's gonna explode all over our face,
I will,
Oh.
so I can catch
just
up
like
to
last
you.
time with the
Man.
Robo Puss Juice.
I wonder if
That's called oil.
do they dream of electric
Would
sheep?
that really even kill her,
She
though?
dreams of vibrating sheep.
What? Taking her chip out?
Yeah, because they just download her mind into another body like they do
Download her stack.
anyway.
Yeah, they download her build.
Right, that build, baby.
So I don't think that would really kill her.
I mean, technically, she is dead. She met her end. You
I-
ended the game.
I really
but yeah.
think I am going to play Nier Automata this week, though, because
Just like eating that fish
So
doesn't
good.
make sense.
Why
Yeah.
is it a game over? Yeah, because they can just.
Yeah, they just download her mind
I
into
guess
another body.
they only let you do that during certain portions. If you get really fucked up, if it's your own fault, they just let you die forever.
yeah,
it's like-
I guess they're just like, you're too fucking stupid.
This one's stupid.
But when you
Boot her
take
back
one,
up.
when you take one for the team and die, they just res you.
Yeah, they're like, okay, they're worth preserving.
yeah, we don't need stupid robots.
Yeah, they can't be resin every asshole that eats a fish though and dies from it.
Because I mean, you're finding like dead robots all over the world too. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
there's got to be a point where they're like, "You're done." You've
Nier
done this.
Automata is like the full realization of what we were getting into in Blade Runner. The whole revolution of the robots, and they're really feeling.
But they weren't actually robots. At least
Someone,
not
someone
in
didn't
the
read
book.
the book. I'm just kidding.
I did read the book. They're not actually robots. They're just weird clones.
Yeah, that's really bizarre.
Anyway, so Undertale.
Yeah, let's watch the trailer for this Undertale. Oh, I also didn't beat anything this week. I'm kind of in a little slump. So
You haven't beaten anything in a while.
a very long time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been like 2 months, I think.
7 Remake was the last thing I beat.
Probably not 2 months, but
I like how
like
Ben
8 months
Shapiro's
at least.
your top results with Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
I'm Ben Shapiro. Money.
Undertale trailer.
Facts
You're
don't
gonna
care
have
about your
to put
feelings.
trailer
Money,
on
money,
that.
money,
You're only going to get like Let's Plays.
yeah, that's a lot of
People gushing about this game.
All right, Undertale release trailer.
Release trailer.
Let's go release trailer. Yeah, eventually. All right, Undertale. Tell us about it.
You didn't do the write up.
No, I didn't. I was outside. Do you want me to? I can't.
Yeah.
I'll find it. Give me a second. I just heard this. I just heard the sigh, and I was like, "Oh, you really been hurt by this game."
Yeah, I mean the trailer looks interesting, but I don't know. I'm still like, there's only so many.
the
things
guy
I
who
can
made
do.
that, Toby Fox, I know he made like another game afterwards, but it's only like
He did something
part
for,
1 of like some demo or some shit.
So, Undertale is a role-playing video game created by indie developer Toby Fox. The player controls a child who has fallen into the underground, a large secluded region under the surface of the earth, separated by a magic barrier. The player meets various monsters during the journey back to the surface. So yeah, it's a really straightforward plot. You fall into this underground. In the beginning, it gives you like this... it tells you kind of like... It sets up the world. So like there was monsters and humans lived together, and then there was a war.
Yeah.
So monsters were humans won. So monsters were forced underground into like the Undertale.
The whole reason why is humans were scared of monsters because monsters have magic and stuff like that. But it really all boils down to the power of a soul, where a human soul is more powerful than the soul of a monster, because a human soul will stick around after death, whereas a monster evaporates as soon as it dies, unless it's a super strong monster. And humans were scared of what would happen when a monster claims a human soul. They can have that power for themselves and all the magic that they do. So humans forced the monsters underground, erected the barrier.
Yeah, and so the monsters want to leave the underground because that would blow.
They're all stuck underground and they want to dream of what the outside world looks like.
They want to see it, and a lot of like the things like there's certain areas where you go in and it's like you see like they make stars where they like painted them on a ceiling or like put these little lights up. And they all want to they want to see the actual sky because like it's just you're in a cave like basically.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like a play on like the evolution of man versus other species. Like maybe we're keeping them down so that and maybe the reason is so that they don't gain consciousness in the same way. Keeping them monkeys down. They're pretty close.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, then they're gonna fuck us up. But that's kind of a cool premise.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet premise. I agree.
I guess to start out with the story, you drop down as a kid. First person you meet who kind of helps guide your quest is Toriel. She wants to bring you in, treat you like her child. And she tells a little bit about the world and how when you interact with monsters, she's like, oh, like, there's no need for fighting. Like, you just got to talk to them. You can get out of any situation. And that kind of sets you down where the differences are in gameplay, where you can kill everything you come across or you can negotiate with everything you come across. And that drastically affects the gameplay down the road.
Yeah, I know exactly. And there's 3 different ways to play this game. There's a genocide mode, where you kill absolutely everything, and you continue to go across like the area you're playing in, like the levels, until things stop spawning.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the neutral playthrough where you do spare some people, but you kill some people. Mm-hmm. And then there's the pacifist run where you don't kill anyone the entire game.
So you were trying to play it as the peaceful playthrough.
I did. I played it as the pacifist run. I didn't kill anyone the entire game.
But you still killed Asgore.
I didn't kill
Asgore?
him. I didn't kill him.
Asgore. You didn't, I thought you had to kill him for a soul, so you could escape.
I didn't kill him.
Oh, so you did get the peaceful ending.
Yeah, but you still fight did you fight the flower?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't kill him. No, the flower kills him.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't kill him. I spared him. Because, when you fight someone, or is that going to be more gameplay?
That's more on gameplay.
I'll wait for that then.
As far as story-wise, I played a neutral playthrough. I wanted to start out playing Genocide route, but I was told not to, but I already killed Toriel and a few things at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, he fucked Toriel up.
But because I thought I was still going to try to do a genocide run, but
I didn't realize
not to later.
Oh, I didn't realize the genocide run was you kill absolutely everything.
Every single thing.
I didn't realize it was like you had to keep running around until they stopped spawning. I thought it was everything you ran up against.
No.
So yeah, that makes it completely
so you actually have to know where every enemy spawns and make sure you kill everything. And so as you play through the game, you finally get out of the first area of the ruins. You convince Toriel, or I killed her, and then to get out of the ruins. And then you meet up with Sans. He's sitting there waiting for you. He's watching the door.
He's basically me.
Yeah. And it turns out that Sans and his brother, Papyrus, a play on their names because of the text that they speak in.
Mm-hmm. Well, then his bad jokes, his Comic Sans, it's so funny.
Those two and others who work for Asgore are looking for humans because he wants to collect 8 human souls so he can take down the barrier.
I thought it was 7.
I thought it was 8. Maybe it's 7.
Maybe it is 8.
Well, anyways, your soul would be the last soul that he needed. So he's been killing every human that comes down. But and so you're learning about this, and you start to get involved with shenanigans between Sans and Papyrus, and you are going through the puzzles that they've created to get out of that area and keep progressing. Then you get to...
So as you're going through the puzzles, you get to know more about the characters in the world. So like Sans comes up and talks to you, and he kind of explains what's going on. But as if you choose to it gives you options to talk. So like when you fight, it'll give you you either fight this person to attack, or you can do a mercy option where you run away, or you can decide to talk through them. And when you talk through them, you actually get gold for winning. And that's what I had to do in my playthrough. But as you're talking,
the whole time you're playing and talking, though, it tries to make you feel guilty for killing things.
Yeah, you still get attacked too. They'll still attack you, so you still have dodge and stuff. But so as this is going through, and you do these talks with Papyrus, as you kind of talk him up, you make him feel really good about himself. And so when it's over, his brother's oh, dude, that was really cool. Yeah, he's kind of goofy, but he's a good dude. Yeah. And so you learn more about these characters if you choose to talk through it instead of just slaughtering them. And so it makes it so you kind of feel bad when you have to, but then and with that playthrough, you become friends with Papyrus and Sans by the end.
Yeah.
Do you then overthrow his evil uncle, Times New Roman? Overthrow his dictator uncle.
And then as you progress, you start to meet more characters, like Udine. Is that her name? Undyne.
Undyne.
And she's the badass character who throws spears at you, wears cool armor.
Yeah. She's the one in the trailer with like the night thing, but she ends up taking it. I got all off. She's just in like normal clothes later.
Yeah. And then as you play through the game, you're either making friends or enemies, depending on your playthrough. Several different cool levels until you eventually make it to the end. Other cool characters mentioned are the Doctor Triceratops looking monster, and then her robot creation.
Oh yeah, Metaton,
and then Metaton X.
There's a Muffet as well.
Yeah,
Muffet.
Yeah,
it's like a spider chick.
Is it?
It's a spider chick.
Do you want to fuck it more or less than?
Oh, she pissed me off a lot less.
And then depending on like this game is full of like little Easter eggs and things you can do to get out of engagements and stuff like that. And so there's certain ways you can make certain bosses easier, or just like not even have to fight them if you've done something before.
Yeah, bullshit. Because I'm so fucking mad. So that stupid spider fight is one of the hardest fights in the game.
Yeah, and if you just didn't drink your spider cider and just kept it.
Yeah, if you just she's selling it's the trailer you saw where it's like, oh, it's a little spider bake sale. If you eat the fucking donut in front of her, she's like, you're cool. Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, because the spiders
bullshit.
They get mad at you because they're like, oh, you don't like spiders? You don't buy from us?
Yeah, someone tells them. Someone goes through and tells them that.
Yeah.
That you hate spiders.
Either two ways, you can spend a ton of money on spider bake sales, and so they'll let you through. Or you buy cheap spider baked goods from the beginning and then just eat them in front of her, and she's, oh, you bought our stuff. Okay, we'll let you through. You're a customer. And then there's another thing too.
Stupid.
Toriel at the very beginning bakes you a pie, and if you eat it in front of Asgore, then you can get out of that fight.
Can you get out of it? I know. No, it just
lowers his. Yeah.
So with his too, which is interesting. It's kind of going through like the other boss fights, but with Asgore, if you speak with him. And you're like, hey, you've killed me before. And so it keeps track how many times you die up to 10. And then it's like, hey, you've killed me an innumerable amount of times. And it's like Asgore, like, you're like, oh, he feels really bad. Or like, he like shakes his head.
So it makes the game easier for you.
And so we'll know what it does is if you talk to him 3 times, you like almost cut his health and his attack, his defense, his attack in half.
Jesus, it makes it easier.
You say that, but fighting him was like probably the hardest fight.
Yeah, his fight was all right, but then again, I had a lot more health.
I was level 1 the entire game.
So
I had 20 health. That's
more
of a
fucking
game
mechanic we can get into.
Before we move on, so we get this straight. You got these merchants in the game. They're all spiders.
Yeah,
and if you don't buy from them,
you have to do
they fuck you up. But if you do buy from them, they hook you up.
Yeah, they're basically the mafia.
Okay.
So, because this game,
you paid your dues, so they don't break your legs.
We'll get into the reason for that, why they have these little shortcuts in gameplay, because it's really a gameplay reason why.
Do they have like secrets. little yarmulkes on too, or what?
Oh my God.
Spider juice.
This Toby Fox has some unconscious anti-Semitism going on. Like the goddamn spiders. They're just so gangly and trying to fuck you over.
I think he'd take affront to that because this game's all about accepting everyone.
Yeah, so
it's like accept them.
It's true though. Like,
everyone but the spiders.
The overarching like theme is like acceptance. And,
it is acceptance,
and like being able to like you. It's like you can be friends with people, and you can like get out of situations by just being kind and not being a prick. Is basically the opposite of my life. Because I'm just addicted to people online.
And so you find out that the only way to escape the underground as a human is that you need a monster soul in order to escape. And so it all comes to that last fight you have with Asgore. And I killed Asgore because I needed his soul, of course, and I wasn't doing a genocide.
Yeah, you weren't making bad decisions of playing the pacifist realm.
And so I killed him, but then you get to fight the actual real boss afterwards, Flowey the Flower, who's actually, you find out through a different playthrough that he's actually a reincarnation of a certain character.
Who is he reincarnation of? It's the sun, isn't it?
It's a reincarnation of like that one monster that they had tails of.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
If you get a different ending, that you actually have to fight another really intense boss fight.
That's the genocide ending.
Is it?
That's the genocide ending. Is when you get that
I don't know if
secret.
it's the genocide ending because that was the boss fight where all your friends call you and help you with.
They call you.
Yeah, and then he absorbs all your friends' souls, and then you have to confront each of their souls in order to get them out.
Really?
Yeah. There's like a whole huge boss fight that you
I wonder if that's
different.
I wonder if that's the pacifist one where it's the.
I think it's the true pacifist
there's
ending.
a secret dungeon that I can access that I didn't realize I could.
So it might take another playthrough to have that boss fight.
It
but
is.
It looks like a really cool boss fight.
I have to. So I'm gonna have to do it twice if I redo it because I'd have to do the neutral ending and then the pacifism ending again.
Yeah.
You have to do both. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Flowey fight.
The Flowey fight
was it. So like your game crashes
Yeah.
when you fight him. Your game crashes and you have to exit out of it and re-upload.
So
it.
for me, when you get up to Flowey, like he's like, haha, like you've done fucked up now type of thing, and your game just closes.
Yeah,
out.
he goes. I'm a god and I can control everything.
I'm
I
a
want."
god, and now your save files are no more, and it
Yeah,
closes your
it's-
game out. And on
And it
PC,
shows him deleting your save files. Like
Yeah.
it just shows all the saves just going away, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
god damn it.
And so you go to open up the game again, and instead of bringing it to the menu, it just launches you right back to him. He's like, I'm just going to kill you again and again. I know you're going to keep coming back for this fight. And so during that fight, it's a really interesting animation too, but it's basically fucked up. Like it's designed to kill you at least a few times as you go throughout playing it.
Did you die?
Yeah, to Flowey a few times.
I never died.
But every time fuck you. Maybe we had a
I'll
different
tell you
fight.
why. I'll tell you why.
But then each time you fight Flowey, if you can get a little bit further to another kind of like checkpoint, and when he kills you and crashes the game again because he killed you, and you boot it back up, you can kind of start from where you left off on that fight.
Yeah.
But then you slowly. It's really
Whittle
cool
him
with
down.
what they did with it, and there's like another like cool little thing that happens where each of the souls inside Flowey will start to try to help you and send you healing items and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they revolt against Flowey eventually.
So with the pacifist ending. So when you go to like fight Asgore, you run into Sans again, and he weighs your soul.
Yeah.
And so because you killed people, I don't know what he says to you.
He's like, so basically it's just a check to see if you're doing a genocide run and you've killed everything up to that
You
point.
have to fight him, don't you?
Then you have to fight Sans, and he's a lot harder than other bosses. Like extreme increase of difficulty. Like he makes his brother Papyrus like look like a joke.
Yeah.
And the thing cool with Sans though is he basically has no armor or resistance, so you just have to hit him once, but he keeps dodging all of your attacks until eventually you can finally hit him.
What
That's
about
more of
his
like a story
What about
element.
his second cousin calligraphy? Does he make a
Yeah, what about
an
their
appearance?
what about their
Calligraphy
what
owns
about their
antique store.
their
store.
foreign relative hieroglyphic?
Yeah. the eccentric foreign relative hieroglyphic. What about native born smoke signal? Is he a boss fight too, or is that gonna be like a DLC maybe?
So did you?
No, I didn't fight. I didn't
fight
kill
Sans.
enough to fight him, because I think you have to be on a genocide run up to that point to fight
I
him.
think you're right.
Oh, damn.
So for my
so
one,
it is kind of like a final check to see if you got it.
yeah. So when I go up there, he's just like, basically, he just is like, hey, you. What does he call him? He calls him something. It's
You little bitch.
Yeah, he's like, you didn't kill anyone, pussy. He calls it something. I can't remember what he calls it, but he's like,
So at that point, he tells you like what the real meaning, because it increases your level, or it calls it love, and it's just an acronym for basically when you fight people, you level up. It gives you more health, and they explain it, and you get more attack and stuff. They explain it that as you start killing people becomes easier for you. You just get better at it. Is how they explain it. And so if you're doing a pacifist run, you never level up and you never
Yeah.
get more health.
he's like,
And
you
so
don't.
it makes certain boss fights that more
Yeah.
intense.
So he comes and he's basically like, he goes, you didn't kill anyone. He's like, so you don't have like level. He's like, you didn't ever like. He says something like not leveling up. He's like,
Yeah.
you don't level up because you didn't level up in the traditional way. You leveled up with your heart. That you like you cared about people more than killing them. He's like, you've like destroyed the stigma of humans. And you're like,
The
cool.
stigma.
Yeah. So that's what Sans does to you. But when you go, so with Flowey, when I fought him, because I did the pacifist run, it makes my fight with him easier. That I'll take damage, but only down to 1 HP, and then I won't take any more damage. So I just straight shot at him. That's
Level of violence, yeah, that's love.
That's level of violence.
Yeah, thank you,
So
Chase.
because you never scored anything in level of violence, and he goes, what did he say? Because you've never gotten points in love. He's like, but then you did get points in love because you didn't hurt anyone. So like it's a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you chose to be a better person, I guess. But yeah. So when I fought Flowey, I didn't take any. It could take 1 HP, and then You just keep going because the hearts are helping you, like every other souls and the monsters too. It's like Asgore's on your side, basically, is what it's saying. Is his soul? It's because you.
Yeah, I didn't have that. It was just me and the human
protecting each
souls.
other.
Me and the human souls, and then we finally beat it. And then I did kill Flowey at the end. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't. I spared him. And it kind of freaks him out. Like in mine, when you spare him,
he's like, "Are you sure?"
It breaks him. No, yeah. He's like, "No, you have to use. I'll just keep killing people." And I'm like, "No, I'm going to spare you." And he's like, "No, you don't understand. I'm going to kill all your friends." And I'm like, "No, you want to spare you." And so you keep doing it, and it like breaks him. He's like, "No." It's like, "What? I don't understand. Like, why are you being nice to me?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to spare you." And he's like, "I gotta go." And he just goes. And then in my playthrough, if I do it again, he will help me out with like different like little things like helping. Like,
yeah, there's like a
himself.
ton of stuff that's built in this game, like Easter eggs and secrets and things that just change the overall gameplay for later.
Right.
But yeah, then you do eventually make it out. And you get your in-credit stuff, and Sans or Papyrus will call you because you have a cell phone in this game. But yeah, what would you give story?
I would give it. I'd say an 8.
Yeah, I was going with an 8 too.
It's very straightforward. But then the gameplay, I mean, like it expounds on it as you continue, and it changes. Like they made it so the story does change.
Yeah,
We're deciding on what you choose.
I mean, there's so many different. You control basically how the story goes. You can change everything based on your actions, and so, and the depth of each character is there. I mean, it's an indie game, but you can really get into, Sans' character, Papyrus' character, and just really the whole story and the background of it. So yeah, this definitely deserves an 8.
Very nice. How does this thing play? I mean, we saw it's like kind of an old school looking RPG.
Yeah, that's exactly how it plays. Yeah, you just kind of. It felt like Pokemon a little bit, where you're just walking around and like you're like walking into like the tall grass, and like you get like the.
You never
random
fought
generated-
Asgore's son, right? Because I think that's Flowey.
That's Genocide. That's the Genocide run.
No, it can't be because
It is. That's the secret boss, because the Genocide run makes.
I'll have
it
to
so
show you
you're-
what I was looking at earlier, but
Yeah, but like so like that. There's a secret boss after Flowey in the Genocide run. That's like hella hard.
There's probably another secret boss that's not on the Genocide run.
Yeah.
Because people who you would have killed on the Genocide run all call in to help you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, this definitely is deserving of a high score of 8.
So gameplay wise, yeah, it's random generated like battles and stuff.
Yeah,
like.
Pacifist Ending, you have to fight Asgore's son.
Oh.
So you didn't get the real Pacifist Ending.
No, I guess, yeah, so I actually read about it. It's like they call you and they talk to you, but I never had to fight someone.
Mm-hmm.
So when I kind of got pissed off because I was like, no, I fucking did this for the Pacifist Ending.
I wonder what happened. Why
I
didn't
have
give it to
because I have to get the neutral ending too.
Oh.
You have to get the neutral ending first, and then you have to do the pacifist run.
Yeah.
Is what I was reading online. So that kind of
Yeah.
blows.
That reminds me of when James, the Johnson of Schweiss and Johnson, played South Park Fractured But Whole. He made himself the ultimate, like, as dark as he could be. But when it asks you how you identify, he identified as white, and so it didn't count him as beating it on the hardest difficulty.
But it still was the hardest difficulty.
Almost,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
That sucks. I'd be so
Jesus.
mad.
He was like, well, I'm not doing that, I guess.
Yeah, so when you went back to the human world, did all the monsters come with you?
No, they called me. I guess if you go, I might be able to go back.
Because
and
that's
try.
the real pacifist ending. Like,
Yeah.
they all come with you.
Yeah, so they called me on the phone and they were just saying they missed me. It was kind of sweet. So gameplay wise, it's just old RPG. You walk around, you get random things that happen. You hit switches. It's basically Lieutenant Surge's gym. I feel like in the Pokemon Red, where like you're hitting like switches and stuff, and it's a big puzzle game.
Go
Really.
through the garbage cans,
Yeah.
find the switches.
It's definitely a puzzler, definitely a puzzle type game
It
where
is.
you have to take clues from the environment of how to get past certain puzzles and whatnot. But the puzzles themselves were never too difficult. And
No.
it was never supposed to prevent you from moving on.
Well, and they dress them up like they are
Yeah,
too.
but they're
like
not.
they dress them up like, especially when you're finding Papyrus, they dress it up like it's going to be this really really big thing, and they're all easy to figure out.
Yeah.
Or the characters are like, because Papyrus is like the dumb idiot, but like
The lovable
the
dumb
lovable
idiot.
idiot. Sorry, that's what I meant to
That
say.
you can go on a date with.
Yeah, I did go on a date with him.
But the coolest mechanic, in my opinion, is, of course, if you decide to kill people, you level up and you can start tanking attacks a little bit better. Because part of it's turn-based. You have to select your attack or your action if you want to talk to them and find what their technical weakness is by saying stuff to them if you can get out of the fight without actually fighting them. You can actually, certain characters, you have to actually hit them in order to be able to do an action to spare them and have them flee.
Nope.
How'd you get the hat ice monster away? Because
you
have to steal his hat.
Nope, you ignore him.
Just ignore him?
Yeah, I ignored his hat and he gets mad. Like there's one too, so like each creature has a certain thing you can do to talk your way out of it. So like there's one like an eye, the astigmatism.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just choose like don't make fun of. And it's like fine.
Yeah,
like,
make fun of.
Someone's not making fun of me, and then it just you can like spare
one
him so they run
monster.
away.
So that monster though, he'll come in and he'll go either make fun of me or don't make fun of me, and you have to do that, and it'll let you spare him.
On mine, I never had one that told me to make fun of me.
I had both.
Yeah, I never had the other one.
Then there's like this plane monster, like this little girl airliner plane monster who comes to fight you.
The yonder plane or whatever.
Yeah, and all you have to do is get close to her, and it makes her like freak out.
It's basically it's a yandere plane, and she's like, "Stop looking at me," or "Get away from me," and you just like get closer to her, and it makes her like blush. It's how you spare her. It's so funny.
Yeah.
There's like this seahorse man, and like you just like flex. He's like flexing, and you flex at him, and it's like this person flexed harder, and you keep like having a flex off. Then like he's like he flexed so hard he flew away. And it's just like, you just like, it's kind of
so each monster, they're not technically out to get you.
They're just there,
But then one cool, interesting mechanic is when they attack you, it's not turn-based in that sense where you just have to like, you have this chance where you evade their attack. Your little heart is inside this box, and then they'll send their attack animations at you, and you have to use the arrow keys or the stick in order to dodge their attacks. And then each monster will have unique stuff that they can do to you, and certain bosses can actually change the color of your heart, and that changes how you can evade stuff.
Right.
So
like Papyrus turns you blue.
and Sands will turn you blue, and that makes it so your heart can't move around. You just have to jump. You have to use it turns into Flappy Bird
and
at
then
that point.
Muffet turns you purple.
Which means
you have limited. You can only move up, and like you can move around, but you don't have as much freedom as you used to.
Yeah,
you
so
have to like move up on
there's
lines.
like little lines, kind of like a
music sheet.
and you have to jump up and down as their attacks come through. Then there's certain attacks, like blue attacks. If you stay still, then it won't hurt you, and then orange attacks you have to move through, and it won't hurt you. Mm-hmm. And so like the evade and combat system, I think they like did a really good job of making it super interesting.
I agree. Every fight is different. I mean, like you start fighting some of the same enemies, and there's obviously the same, but every enemy has a different way of fighting, and every boss was different. I really enjoyed that. None of the bosses were the same.
Each boss were very unique in their attacks and how they did it. Like the Metaton fights were fantastic.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one at the end.
Yeah.
The Metaton X was a fun fight.
But then again, the biggest thing is if you level up, if you actually kill monsters, it gives you more gold to buy healing items and stuff like that. But it gives you experience to where you can get hit by attacks and you won't die right away because you have a larger health pool. Whereas Zach, he was trying to do a pacifist run. He never got more than 20 health.
On chat, they've heard me say some very awful things. Playing that
and that
game.
made it
I was so fucking mad.
A pain for you to complete.
It did, yeah. Like I got to the point where it was like Saturday or Friday. I was like, I don't think I'm going to beat this game.
There were some monsters, especially that spider fight. I'm like, I don't know how Zach got past it with 20 health.
God, it was terrible.
I think I had like 80 health at that fight, and I died a few times.
Absolutely terrible.
Do you want to fuck the spider as much as Shelob?
Again, this is pixel art spiders, so yeah.
She had big spider titties.
No, she's like a little kid.
Yeah. Oh. Lame.
Okay, A4, calm down.
I'm just thinking the only other animate spider.
She's a 3,000-year-old demon dude.
Yeah, she's a 3,000-year-old demon spider.
Jesus.
If he's online and he hears this, he's going to flip a bit. It's going to be really funny.
I just want to get some E-core on my dick. I don't know what else to tell you.
So like with Chase with Armor, I bought so at the end, like with the Asgore, I kept getting my ass kicked, and that's finally the point where I'm like, fine, I'm just gonna run around and just. So I didn't fight people, but like if you talk your way out of it, you get gold as well. Not as much, but you get gold. So I went to the cat and the alligator in the alley.
Yeah.
And I bought the cowboy hat. That, like shot my armor up like 20.
So when you make it near the end, you can go to the house that's basically laid out the same way as Toriel's house was in ruins, and in there's actually like an apron and a knife in there, and that apron gives you +1 health each turn. A4 came back. No one. You don't have a voice here.
We're the Chart Council, and we tell you no.
So what voice?
Huh?
Oh, his?
Yeah.
Okay, I can pretend to do his voice. I am not attracted to Muffet, you sick fuck.
Yeah,
that's my A4.
That's A4 voice.
Yeah.
Muppets.
But she is
I think-
hot.
I think
I'm just
you
not
were-
attracted to her is all.
Commenting on more on your predilections more than just Muffet herself, but
Yeah, no, it's me thinking of like another gaming spider, and the only other one I could think of was Shelob. He said he's attempting to look up Muffet's age, and he's not happy that the first autocorrect result is Muffet Undertale feet.
oh man, I bet there is a extensive Rule 34 for this. There's
Apparently
gotta be.
that's Muffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, so
Yeah, so
Asgore's
you
like
can
house
find
and-
you can find armor and stuff throughout the game and cool weapons that do a lot more damage. I know that doesn't matter to you as much, but then the stained apron will give you +1 health each turn, which is
I threw that away because I didn't know what it did. Damn it!
it doesn't have the most armor because there's one other item that has more armor than that, but the +1 health might have helped you a lot. Okay, moving on. So yeah, and then if you find other weapons and attack items, it actually changes how you attack. So when you attack, you have this bar that slides across the screen. You have to try to hit your action key when it centers.
Okay.
And certain items give you actually more bars that go
Yeah,
across.
the
So
gun
you
does.
the gun does, the notebook does for whatever reason. But then the item that I eventually got to only had the one attack, but it does a lot more damage. So it's like a little mini game to hit the timing just right to kill him, to hit him. So combat and the gameplay is actually quite extensive. Different ways you can play it, and your choices do really affect how you play.
Exactly, and so with mine is
Did you search Spider Puss, Craig?
No, there's just a little drop down that said how old
284
Muffet
years old.
was.
How-
so
She's 284.
so
God damn it.
for my game.
Jesus Christ.
For my playthrough, I didn't think I was going to get to experience combat or actual combat,
Yeah.
but with fighting Asgore, he destroys your mercy button.
Yep. So you have
And he
to
goes,
fight him.
you have to fight him. Yeah, so that's the only time I went. So I kept getting my ass kicked. So I went down to the alley and I bought a gun.
That's what you do, man. When they won't stop beating your ass, you just got to go down to the alley and buy a fucking gun.
I just went there and I was like,
This is my problem solver right here.
That's my problem resolver.
Yeah.
It's your Puerto Rican credit card.
That show is so funny. Yeah, but so like, yeah, so I had to end up doing because I kept getting my ass kicked by Asgore as I went and like grinded, which is I just ran into enemies until like I know
you
the
got
game
the
game
route,
fucked
neutral
me.
route, yeah.
I didn't kill anyone. I still got the neutral ending, and that fucking pisses me off so goddamn
Yeah,
bad.
you could have gone out and if you knew you're getting the new trending, you could have gone out and grind out at some levels.
Yeah,
to
I
make it
would have
easier.
killed a bunch of people. So
cares about fucking
with the
love
gun,
now?
it gives you like 4 options to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was just like, I was fucking Asgore.
Oh,
shit
that's
up a
what
ton.
happens. Oh, Zach, that's where you fucked up.
What?
You since you started attacking Asgore, that's the one moment that made it so you didn't get your pacifist ending. You weren't supposed to hit him.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck this.
that
game.
was the one fucking moment.
gameplay gets a 0.
That was the moment. See, again, with all these different endings, unless you're like looking at a guide, then you really won't know how to get these endings. You just won't. Especially with the genocide run, because you have to know where every enemy is.
Well, because
Yeah.
I got the mercy button back at the end. It gave me the mercy button back, and that's why I didn't kill him. So I didn't kill him as a boss.
I mean, because you got to the point where you got him to his knees, and so he gave it back. But if you don't fight him, I guess he eventually breaks. That's where you
That
fucked
makes
up.
me
That
so
was the moment
mad.
where you fucked up your ending.
Ah, fuck you, Toby. God damn it.
I think gameplay gets a 9 just for the huge variety.
0.
I mean, that's valid.
I would give it
I could see giving it a 0.
I would actually give it a 10. I did enjoy the gameplay, and running around is fine, but I really enjoyed the boss fights a lot, even though I bitched a lot with having 20 health.
It doesn't tell you right away, with the Toriel fight. There was a point where I couldn't talk to her, and then I didn't know you could just keep spamming spare.
You just keep spamming.
And so I just started hitting her, and I killed her eventually. So, yep.
That makes me so fucking mad.
Yeah.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. All right, what about the sound and music in this game? I heard a little bit of the soundtrack. Sounds like it has like old school sounds.
Dude,
8-byte.
Sorry. No.
What do you think?
Yeah, the music, man, was great.
Yeah, I felt like certain sounds were overly loud, especially at the beginning. But as you're playing, like each boss has its own special cool theme and certain music that's really actually kind of catchy too.
Mettaton gets multiple, which is pretty sweet.
Everyone's familiar with the Sans boss fight music. That's the one meme music that people play a lot, but throughout the game,
meme music.
Yeah. So if you could do Megalovania, if you Google Megalovania.
Isn't Megalovania the one that was on Muffet as well, wasn't it?
Was it? No.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep. It can't be, because this is Sans music.
All right, let's listen to it real fast.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've probably heard this before twice.
Oh, yeah.
Just wait for the bass to drop. Yeah. Yeah, you've definitely heard that. Because that's like a no shit moment when you finally fight this laid back Sans and he's not fucking around.
Yeah, he's upped his font size and he's going to tear your ass up.
He plays it, he's a slacker. Like, he's a slacker the entire time.
Yeah, so the music, even like some random ghost fight, because the ghost is just blocking your path in the ruins, even his music was like, this music's too good for...
Did you kill him?
No.
Okay, cool, because you can find him later.
Yeah, I didn't kill him. Again, I was sparing people who... I was sparing enough people who I felt sorry about, but then I got jumped enough times in the cave that I started killing a lot of people.
Fuck you guys.
But yeah, another cool funny thing that we didn't mention in gameplay is all the doggo enemies and their fucking funny encounters.
There's an area and it's all like dog people, and it's like this big ass like what is it what is the dog that's in the massive armor? Is it like a little
Dog Knight or just something like Mega Dog Knight, something to that effect.
That's like when you fight him. Because you probably did the talk through one too.
Yeah, I didn't kill any dog.
I didn't either. Well, I wouldn't have, but I couldn't. But so you throw the stick. It's you throw a stick and he chases it and he brings it back.
Did you use the stick on other bosses or other enemies? Because they'll go fetch it for you too.
Oh, that's so funny.
Other enemies will bring it back to you, so you never lose the stick.
Greater dog, yeah.
Greater dog. But then when you play with him and it makes him all happy, he jumps back in his armor upside down, so his tail and butt sticking out, and he walks off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For me, he came over and I pet him, and he fell asleep in my lap.
Yeah. There's other dogs too. So the dogs, if you just pay attention to them, want to play with them, then they just get super excited, want to play.
Yeah, there's one
then you can spare them.
There's a couple, it's a guy, and a girl dog,
the death.
And so
dog,
you have to roll around in the ground and you smell like a weird puppy, and then you pet them each and okay, cool, we're gonna go then, and they just run off. But you meet them at a bar afterwards.
Mm-hmm. The Papyrus takes you to that bar.
Yeah,
nice. Or Sans takes you to that bar.
It's interesting because some of the characters that you do run back into, you could have killed earlier.
Exactly.
And
a lot
if
of
they're
those
not
characters
there,
you interact with, you can kill.
And if they're not,
you're going genocide.
Yeah, so if you do kill them, they won't show up in the areas anymore.
And then there's certain characters you can date, quote unquote date, like them dating a child. Papyrus is one, and then Undyne is one. But Undyne wouldn't date me because you can only date Undyne if you're doing a pacifist run.
Yeah, I want to date with Undyne.
Yeah, I didn't.
We made food. We made spaghetti.
Of course he made spaghetti. Papyrus obsessed with it.
Because that's what she taught him to do. Oh, yeah, because you wouldn't have got any of her dialogue with it. So with Papyrus,
she didn't want to hang out with a murderer.
Oh, that's funny. He's a lovable idiot.
Yeah.
She he wants, his whole goal is he wants to be captain in the King's Guard, and so they let him on, but they didn't let him on. She's oh yeah, I bring him over for special training, and I'm oh my god, she screws him. No, but
yeah, he has a bone.
She teaches him how to make spaghetti, and she's teaching him how to be able. She's really a great. Because when you're on your date, you're like cooking, like you make spaghetti, and she's like, destroy the vegetables, and you just like start slamming it. She's like, that's not it. And she like throws her spear into the ground, like everything explodes. And you light her house on fire at the end. And so she's out talking to you while the house is burning. She's like, man, no wonder he's not a good cook. God. And like, she hears her house is burning. And she's like, I'm going to go hang out with them. And you're like, okay. And she just walks off.
Jeez.
The date was pretty funny because Papyrus comes in and he's like, oh no, you two could be friends. Well, I got something to do over here. And he just like Scott Pilgrim jumps out the window.
Right.
And then he comes back, he's like, be friends, and then runs away. It's just the humor in this was really good. Like
The humor is on point.
it's so funny.
It's very lighthearted humor.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, the music in this game's iconic. It's breached into, even if you haven't played the game like you twice, you've heard some of the music from it because it's that good.
Yes, it is.
So I'd give music a 9 personally. I just feel like there could have been more.
Yeah, I'll go 9 as well. The music is definitely the high point of this. Definitely, the music was great.
All right, very nice. Graphics and design. What do you guys think of the look, the style?
It's like the style was perfect. The only thing I have a problem with is I don't like the way the human looked. I don't like the face.
But he
What,
looked,
your
but it was
character?
but it was 8-bit. I mean,
Right.
like that's what it was. Yeah, for 8-bit, like it was good. It was he knew what style he wanted to go for, which was the easy style.
Yeah.
But with the money he had to make it, I agree with the choice he made.
Yeah.
And it actually it gives its own kind of charm into this game.
Yeah, so the art and design definitely gets a 10 from me, because each character was distinctive, like Sans and Papyrus and Undyne and Azor. Like each character you came across, like it's 8-bit, but
They were
you did
different.
such a fantastic job of designing these faces, and nothing was nothing was like repeat or just like a slight
Right.
difference. Each enemy you fought was their own individual thing, their own cool animations and stuff. Like he
Right.
went all out as far as he could with this 8-bit design.
No, agreed. And you see it with everything, though. Like, not only
Yeah.
the design, but the music, and then the dialogue, and the
Yeah.
bosses, and, like, how many times you can
This
beat
was
game.
definitely a passion project.
It was. He really put his heart into it. And I know, I've talked to Craig with it. I made the joke that I was like, yeah, I don't understand the hype around it. And,
Yeah, the joke was playing Underwhelm.
yeah, underwhelmed.
yeah.
And, like, so all my complaints that I gave, like, you guys while I was playing was strictly because of the pacifist run that I
See-
was trying to do from having 20 HP,
You and Craig
no
are
armor, no weapons.
are similar in that you rage at games and throw obscenities at it as you're playing it. But where you differ from Craig is that looking back, you can see how much you really enjoyed, whereas Craig holds a grudge.
What about Arabic? Was Arabic in the game?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he actually blows up one of their houses. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
He was too busy being a monster in the real world.
Yeah, he's too busy.
Oh, that was a little... sorry, guys.
That was the monster, not in Underworld. That's the one. That's the one in our world.
Jesus Christ. Sorry,
Terrible.
guys. That was...
Twitch,
Slipped out
don't
of me.
kick us off.
That was good. That was great.
See if Schweiss is laughing at your joke real good, you know you fucked up.
Yeah. Enjoy the
That is,
canceling.
that was an in the moment sleep deprivation joke.
Yeah, is that who you are on the inside then? If that's
You're like,
No,
Schweiss,
it
I
was
already
funny to
told
me.
you that the monsters are trapped in another world. That one's not trapped.
Jesus Christ.
oh my god,
That one unleashed itself
cancel
September 11th, 2001. That monster escaped the underworld.
We're not talking about also.
No
we're not talking about
politics.
politics. But jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Anyway, so
Yeah.
so
Is that another font? Jet fuel? I thought this was a font joke.
a font
Jesus
joke.
Christ, that's going
Font
to come back on me.
slash-
That does not represent my views at all. I am the most
The views on
liberal
New
person at
Clan
this
are
table.
not represented by Cameron.
I'm not
Schweiss.
liberal, but I'm the most liberal leaning at this table. So
Cameron equals Karen.
I'm not gonna live this one down.
What?
I'm not gonna live this one down. It'll stick around.
You really
And see, the
won't.
thing is, I feel the most shame about it too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Game design. You know what? A 10. I will give it a 10.
Yeah, it definitely deserves 10.
It did.
All right. Very nice.
replayability, guys.
Yeah.
10.
At the time of me beating the game, I would have told you a 3. but since then,
Yeah, I
and like
booted-
having the time to cool off,
I
from
booted
it
the
and
game
really
back
think
up
about
and
it.
started playing it again right away.
Did you?
Yeah,
I didn't.
I've started to do a pacifist run because there's the boss fight.
Nice. Replayability.
See, I'm not a liberal though. Just so you know, I'm more of a centrist.
A liberal off. Anyway, so so I would give it a 10 as well. I didn't start replaying it immediately because I was trying to beat Last of Us 2 before Ghost of Tsushima came out, which I didn't. But there is a thing. Like, I do want to definitely like actually get the Pacifist Run ending now because I'm really fucking pissed that I didn't get it.
Yeah, that sucks.
After all that work I put into. So eventually I will go out in this game. And, I mean, Chase put a thing of saying that the guy was going to make a new game. Or a sequel. Like a spiritual sequel. So if he does, I would go back and replay Undertale and Deltarune. Yeah, thank you. So I would go back and play that to play that new game.
Yeah. And that's a cool idea to, like, have a little game universe, you know? It sounds like that's what he's trying to do.
So, yeah, I mean... And I did make the joke that I didn't understand the hype. I still don't understand the hype to an extent of why people are like, this game is the best game of all time. They're like, oh, I love it so much. And like, I do like it. I wouldn't say it's in like my top games, but it is definitely a great game.
Well, part of it could be like, I don't know, sometimes...
I think the people that are obsessed with it are the same people that were obsessed with like Homestuck.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it
what he
has that
worked on.
same kind of feeling.
He worked on that too. So
Yeah.
like
Or-
that makes sense.
And it makes sense because this is kind of like an accepting sort of a game. It sounds
Yeah.
like you're
Right.
supposed to accept everybody. And then
Yeah.
I know a lot of times people that are really into games, they can tend towards being like outcasts, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause it's like a solo thing. It's something you do by yourself.
Yeah.
And it used to be looked down upon. So maybe it's like a... Maybe they like it because it speaks to
Yeah,
them
the,
more.
Right,
the
and maybe-
gamers are the real oppressed of the world.
yeah, maybe,
you know?
well, maybe
Yeah.
it, also we're playing it in 2020.
Not as much as
and
those
not when it first
spiders.
came out.
The spiders are... Well, no, the spiders get what they deserve, I guess. But the fucking... Yeah, so maybe it's something along
Okay.
those lines. I don't know.
But yeah, replayability definitely gets a 10. There's just so much left that you can do in this game. A few different endings. A lot of Easter eggs I didn't find and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, this game is good. It's
Yeah.
fun. If you were thinking about it, it's like $10 on Switch, I think, or 15, unless you have a computer. I played it on console.
Yeah.
It's if you're wondering about it, it's worth a buy. It's not expensive. It was all right. Like,
Yeah.
I would definitely say just play it. Like, try it out. It's not that bad.
If you want something that'll push the Switch's graphical capabilities, hit it up, yeah.
I mean, I played on PlayStation, but I know Switch was like $5 or $10 cheaper than PlayStation was.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'd probably play it on... I'd play it on the real console, not the toy. But I don't know. Sometimes you want to play something on the toy, you know. And sometimes it's like, yeah, it might have a Tamagotchi quality video to it, but hey, that's all you need.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Oh my
It's a
God.
$700 Tamagotchi with a 30-minute battery
Tamagotchi
life.
is less than 8-bit.
Yeah, well, it's got no sack, or no, it's got the sack. It's got like a little sack, but there's no balls in it.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
was
the Switch is.
I was surprised too, but I
It's
saw
just
the
the-
little card at Walmart for the Switch, and it was like $5. I think it was $5 or $10. I think it was $5. Maybe it was $5. It was $5 cheaper
Yeah,
than what I paid for it.
nice.
So
It's the little like moldy or like the moldable sack flesh, but no balls. That's what the Switch has.
they don't change because they need honor, Chase.
But I do kind of like playing. I do kind of like playing these little games on the Switch. Like I liked when we played.
Setsuna
Setsuna was good,
and Bastion.
Did
Bastion.
you play Setsuna on PS4 though?
Yeah, I did. I saw Cameron play it though, and I was like, "Oh,
It's
that
a
seems,
perfect game
That
for the
seems the
Switch.
right."
In
So
my
that's
opinion.
that's actually like these kind of games is what I use my Switch for. Is
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
I just wanted to use my
platformers,
PC,
100%.
so I
love
played it on the PC.
Well, I mean that's how it was meant to be
Yeah.
played. So
Shovel Knight is a good one on Switch. Like just
Shovel
these
Knight.
little kind of indie ones.
So I did download.
I have to use the rest.
I
of my time. One
downloaded
second.
Cuphead, so I'm excited to try that out. So
Yeah.
I felt kind of mad because my buddy's 6-year-old beat Cuphead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he put a thing on Facebook about it. He's like, I'm really proud of my son. I'm like, fuck, now I gotta beat a kid. Because if I don't beat it,
No, you have
that's
to,
always gonna be in the back of my head.
See, I thought you were saying you have to beat him.
No, I'm gonna.
I'm like, well, that'll be pretty easy,
Yeah.
but I don't know if beating, if whooping his ass makes you then beat Cuphead.
No, so yeah, it's like now I have to like beat. I have to beat Cuphead because if I don't, that will always be in the back
You're
of
like,
my
well,
mind.
you might have beaten Cuphead, but I'm about to beat you.
Guess what, little dipshit? Just,
Nothing in Cuphead could have prepared you for the uppercut you're about to receive. The upper what?
Try dodging this, fucker.
but yeah, so now I have to play it now because
Yeah, we got to do violence towards children. Nothing's funnier. We got to do a review of that Cuphead one of these days. Like,
Oh, that's why I'm trying to beat it too, so we can get a review.
yeah.
Chase-
And you and Cameron,
Holy shit.
Craig, you can co-op it.
I think you should. I think you should give it a chance that way. And at least play like a few levels, and if you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's fine.
I don't like it.
But
I think
try,
it's a piece of shit
try
game.
it with co-op.
Yeah.
Just try it.
It's the hardest game I've ever played. Easily. Start to finish. It's harder than Sekiro. Like, no doubt.
It's a piece of shit.
Not even a second of doubt. I don't think it's a piece of shit, but it has very unfair qualities to it.
Yeah, because it's entirely RNG based, and it's fucking bullshit.
It's not entirely RNG.
Yes, it is.
There's enough RNG.
Every single way that they fire at you is an RNG moment. Every single like pink thing that you can do the parry on is a fucking RNG thing. Every fucking platform that you can jump on is RNG. Literally. It's just fucking bullshit. It's a shoot 'em up that's on like that they tried to make a fucking platformer and it doesn't work.
The platforming part is the most frustrating part. The moves, I don't know. The moves aren't super RNG. The moves, sometimes they are though. Sometimes it's like I can't tell quite when they're shooting at me. So like they'll shoot a thing and it's like in your general vicinity, you know. So it almost like locks on as it launches. But other times it seems like it locks on like I'm midair and it hits me anyway, and I'm like, "How did you do that?"
I just got to beat it so I can get that mermaid tattooed somewhere on my body.
Yeah,
and I can't do that unless I beat her as a boss.
Yeah, she's pretty easy.
She's one of the easier ones.
She's just good looking, bro.
Those airplane ones, other than like the genie, are the easiest ones.
Drown me, baby.
The genie is a fucking asshole.
Yeah, the genie is.
And I've always liked I really like the designs like a lot.
Oh
like,
yeah,
the King Dice looks rad as shit.
The animation is the best part of the game.
That's why I'm excited for the TV show on that, because like, bruh, it's gonna be fun.
That's weird though, because to me it's almost too meta, because the idea of it was to like to do a callback to those old TV shows. So now making it a TV show.
No,
is
so
like,
but it's still the same art.
It's like
which
full
is
circle.
Yeah, it's sweet, dude. It looks, and like from the script and stuff and the way they're like voicing it, it sounds like an old like 50s cartoon.
Yeah,
it's so cool, but it's actually like color and stuff.
But see, now it is, so it's like the coolness is like gone almost. It's like the Solo movie. It's like what makes Han Solo cool is you're like, ooh, man of mystery, and then they're like, no mystery here, only money. And then it's like, oh well.
So I was gonna actually talk to my one of my friends about it, because like he's a Nintendo fanboy like to like his core, like, but he fucking loves Cuphead. He's beat that game like I think he said 5 times, because he just loves it. And like he's got like the tattoos and stuff of it, just because he just fell in love with the game.
I can't even beat the dragon twice. Like Cameron was stuck on the dragon, and I was like, oh, I'll pull the dragon up. And I was like, I can't actually do this.
So I made the mistake of listening to Craig, and it was not playing each boss in the hardest difficulty up till I found out you have to in order to beat the game. And so I started going back, and then it got to the dragon fight again, and I just fucking hit a wall. I couldn't do it. I always died right at the very end.
Have you ever beat it?
No.
Yeah, only on the.
You gotta pick it up, because I'm gonna pick it up and start playing it.
I'll try again. Like I've always said, I'm gonna come back to it. And if we need to bitch out and go Joe mode, we can invite a listener on to help too.
See, I would talk to my buddy to co op with me. my buddy Saul.
Yeah, do it.
But
I think we should give it a try together, and before we have
Agreed.
to.
No, I'm down. It's one that has been on my list for a very long time.
Nice. So yeah, Cuphead review incoming eventually.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So final thoughts on the game.
I know I kind of say this at the end of like a lot of the games, but you know what? You should, if you're interested, pick it up. If you looked at it and you were like, nah, this is not my cup of tea, then don't. I don't blame you. I only played it because I had to. But I didn't have as bad of a time like looking back on it than I did while I was pacifist.
See, the thing though with me, and it's how I played Dark Souls. If you can't, like, I want to beat it on my own. It's the same thing with Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff like that. Like, I had this drive to beat it on my own. I just don't feel that same drive for a platformer.
Yeah.
It just got to a point where there's just too many objects on screen that I had to track.
Your brain can only so when you have like a bundle of stuff, like 5 is about the max that your brain will just like see and know is 5. After that, it's like you have to take a second, you know. And Cuphead is you got to take a second, and you can't take a second because you got to like jump, move, dodge, and your brain's just like, it's like there's like one too many things happening all of the time, and I think that's the RNG rage that Craig is talking about. Like there's just a little bit too much. To keep track of.
I'm not commenting on the chat, Joe.
Like,
don't know what you're talking about.
The fucking,
I'm commenting now on what you're commenting, but
and the fucking like the clouds and the dragon fight, and then you also have the launch the little fireballs coming out, and then the fireballs explode into more fireballs. It's like there's one too many things happening in this fight.
That's the same complaint I had before. It's just it got to too many objects, and then a little bit of the RNG.
That is annoying in the fact that you can't like parry most things. It's just like a few things every now and then.
Oh, dude, auto
really
parry
annoying.
has to be turned on,
And then,
so you don't have to think about hitting it right on time.
Just the fucking platforming, the clouds, and then the platforms in the B level. Just like where they're placed is they have to be placed in good spots or you will be fucked.
The B one wasn't too bad for me, but it was there were times where I was like I couldn't have beaten that one. Or like with the genie, like when he did the little like move where he started launching all of his shit, I would just restart.
Dude, when I finally beat the
like,
dragon,
I
didn't even get hit once when I beat the dragon because I had great cloud placement and I was just like hitting him the whole fucking time.
You got to work on your cloud placement, bro.
When are you gonna start playing Cuphead? When do you think?
Tonight.
So if you're gonna start playing it now, if
you should start playing it last week.
If I don't beat Cuphead this year, I have to change my sign-off handle from Get Good because obviously I can't do it. I can't get good if I can't beat Cuphead.
Craig, you'll get good.
You should,
Cameron, you'll get good.
You should shave all of your hair and then enter a monastery.
Yeah, if you don't beat it, you have to shave your hair and your beard.
And you have to go to a monastery for 6 months.
No, I'm just going to change my sign-off handle because I can't get good.
We'll bring back the tribunal, but it's like brutality. You must sacrifice all for the tribe, for the tribunal. Get that precious beard.
Back when we tried to enforce punishments, games are about enjoyment twice. I mean, we don't get that, but
yeah. Well, obviously you do with this fucking score. So you guys are pretty positive on it. Yeah.
I mean,
it was a good experience in the end.
I'm surprised. I expected some hate.
Oh yeah, I was
considering how much you guys called it underwhelm, and I was expecting lower scores. But
we got for me, I got a chance to actually think about it, and like coming fresh off of it after being so pissed off for 2 days, it was me getting to like decompress from it.
Yeah,
and like, hey, my Stockholm syndrome's back. Like, you're not as bad as I thought, baby.
That's right. Yeah, your Stockholm syndrome just walked in the door again, and you greeted it with open arms. So, to recap, story, 8s across the board. Gameplay, 9 from Cam, 10 from Zach. Sound and music, 9s across the board. Graphics and design, 10s. Replayability, 10s. For a total of 46 out of 50 from Cameron and 47 out of 50 from Zach. That is a whopping 93 out of 100. The official Nude Clan score for Undertale. And the critics have it at a 92. 93 for Switch, though. So right on the money. Right on the money, yeah. Gave it the old money shot.
It's almost like we have a diverse enough crew here to review games to kind of be like a microcosm of what these Metacritic people do.
Yeah. Unless you anger Craig, and then it tilts the reality into chaos.
Said, Craig holds a grudge.
I peer past the veil and see the truth. All right. That is all. There is no fucking reason that Parasite Eve 2 should have an 82 on Metacritic when it should be like a 0. It is literally this close, an inch away from being an unplayable mess.
Is it piercing through the veil or is it falling through the map? That's like
it's both.
That's your piercing through the veil. You're like, what happens when
I certainly pierced through the veil in that sense in Bounty Hunter multiple times.
Yeah.
Time to give up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, thankfully this time we got it made. Right on the spot. I guess it's not thankfully. I don't really care what the overall people think. But rest assured, Undertale's a good game, according to the Nude Clan. So.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't come into it thinking I was going to like or hate it. Yeah. So I was just, again, ambivalent towards it up until this point, and I played it, and yeah, it's a good game.
Have you reviewed an RPG for the show that you hated? Digimon World 3?
Huh? I mean, I
Digimon
disliked
World 3 and then
but
Digimon Cyber Sleuth, I think, were the only two that... were.
I mean,
made
those
lower
were just
scores.
objectively bad games.
Objectively bad.
That is true. Well, shit.
I didn't hate Persona 5. Like I said, guys, Persona 5 is a good game.
Yeah.
It's not my it's not
your game.
My flavor of game. Like I'm going to admit it's an enjoyable game, a full storied game, lots of stuff to fucking do in it, and I really like the Pokemon aspect of, you know, collecting your personas and using that in battle and then combining, like guillotining them together. It has mechanics to enjoy, but again, it's just overall not my style of game.
Yeah, you've had a
Remember
few.
that Cam liked Setsuna though.
I really like Setsuna.
Yeah, you've had a few RPGs.
Yeah, there's that. They have 2 new games, Cam, or I guess one of them. Not really
The reason
new.
why Persona, people in the chat are saying, how can I like a game that almost killed me? And the reason why I can still like it is because it almost killed me due to my own fault. I mean, the game's needlessly long. It would get another couple points if they fucking cut out some of the useless shit in the game. Like the incessant chattering and fucking texting and fucking cats telling you to go to fucking sleep.
Go to sleep, Cam. It's time.
But other than that, I can recognize a good game, even if it's not a genre I'll play on my own.
Yeah, there you go. So that's going to be it for us, guys. Please consider supporting the show. We have a Patreon page, as you know, Nude Clan Podcast. You can search that on Patreon. And you can join the many, the great, the very brave patrons on...
The stunning.
Yeah,
The brave.
the
You gotta be
patrons.
careful about what we call them.
Is that calling them, like, retarded or what?
That's
Yes, that's exactly.
that's what we
He just used the hard R.
Well, we sure wouldn't want to say that on the show now, would we?
that's what we use against Dave 4. We always call him stunning and brave, and he knows exactly what it means.
Yeah, so please join those wonderful individuals, or these wonderful individuals, Bluefire2180, Marco, President, Tylosaurus Rex, David Ritz, Sean Kostigan, Oliver Dawson, Mike Duchek, Fringe Philosopher, Nick Craig, another Craig there, Happy Puppet, James Dorsey, Ingress Black Dude, Ryan McPherson, Alex Rads, Digimass, James Gameboy, William Flores, Brad Perrick, Junk Food King, Suzanne Bardsley, Shuffman89, Jared Carpino, DK Suna, Jared Litch, Chase Arizlani, Skull Hottie, Jim Lee, Douglas Hopkins, Rasmus Leon Gozi, Penguin Mage, Austin Bracken, and my favorite, not to be too much of a dick, but my very favorite, the wonderful, the possible spam account. But if not, I apologize. Whose name I am now? It's gone. Oh, it's in the wrong email.
Jesus.
It's Foot Fetish Boy.
That's just A4's alt account.
Yeah. He wanted to give us more money. He wants another forced entry, is what he's doing. I probably should have never said
Dude,
that.
maybe
on the
that's
show.
like what's his name? Shit, the director. Fuck.
If you
Maybe that's
Quentin
It's Quentin Tarantino,
Yeah.
bro.
if you could understand if you could
love the
understand
nickname
your
ones.
slurred and not well enunciated name, thank you for donating the show. We
Yeah.
really enjoy you all.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Foot Fetish Boy. Dude, yeah, that's... I can see Tarantino being like, yeah, Nude Clan guys, I love that. It's great.
Yeah, we got to be in his new movie, like in the background.
Yeah, so you guys want to be in the
Dude,
movie?
so
I would cry.
It's a fucking Star Trek movie. Like, yeah, you got
two
the
things
podcast
I want to
in Star
do
Trek.
in this world before I die, and I probably won't get to do either of them,
Yeah.
is to have a conversation with Quentin Tarantino and
And a black chick.
and then box Uvable.
Oh, man.
Dude, if we keep shitting on his movies, like he
Dude, he
shits on film
retweeted one of our episodes.
did, yeah.
Uvable did. One of our reviews for one of his movies, he retweeted it, and he never fucking listened to it because we'd have a challenge already because we fucking shit all over his
Yeah.
He retweeted a bad review. And he doesn't even know because he's too lazy to actually listen.
He's busy working on his craft.
Like
He's
I
a
told
chef,
him,
man.
Did you say craft or crap?
in that show? I said, Uvable.
It's all the same to him. I mean,
I said, Uvable, if you listen to this review and want to fight us, I will come out to fucking Canada, Vancouver, right? I will come out to Vancouver and we can box. I said we can do it. I'm willing to do it.
yeah, I'll get my ass kicked by
Of
an
course
old man.
Yeah,
will.
same
He's
dude.
a
I'll go out there.
boxer.
I'll fucking get.
But I will do that as long as we can record it.
Yeah. The question is
Nude Clan Live.
Yeah.
is it PR for him?
It's just
or
like
is
a
it
Nude Clan Live like thing down the corner like World Star.
Is it
Just
PR
get
for him
fucking
or is it
knocked
PR
out.
for us? That's the real
Both.
question. Because, like,
Everything is
We're
just
both-
any coverage is good coverage.
That's
at that
right.
point.
Yeah. Uwe Boll's been out of the spotlight for too long.
And then we should like try to make friends with him though, because I really want to eat at his restaurant.
I mean, I'd box. No, I'd box with him for sure, but it's not out of malice. It might be for him, but I just want to that'd be something funny to do, and then eat at his restaurant because apparently it's super good.
Yeah, I heard his restaurant's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've read online.
We should go to the restaurant and while we're eating, just shit talk his movies and see if he comes out.
Yeah, he comes out with the plate and he just like
I heard if you
smashes it on our
say
head.
this, the Uwe Boll turns over in his bed. I must kill.
The Nude Clan OnlyFans.
Dude,
Yeah.
Clan OnlyFans. Oh, we got some hot picks. We can get some candy picks up there.
Dude, we should start one for fun. That would be so funny.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Yeah,
And we can get twice as long-awaited Suicide Girl pictures up there.
yeah.
Hey, we should do a calendar. I have a photographer friend. Let's do a calendar. With like video game stuff.
I have joked about doing a Nude Clan calendar before. I think we could.
November should be my month
I want October
because it's No Shave November. I could do like a burly like lumberjack.
Let's do it. Let's do one together.
Yeah, No Shave November. Yeah.
OnlyFans though.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then we should do a Hog Holidays for December.
I mean, we just have to get.
all of us in like sweaters in front of a fucking fireplace.
And we should be passed out drunk.
I have
every single one of us.
I was going to show you guys as soon as I got it put together, but I have a taxidermied hog
Oh yeah, it flies.
with fucking wings.
Nice.
Yeah, I forgot you got that.
That's pretty sweet. I don't know if Alex would let me have that. I wonder if I killed it myself. Like, what if I want to kill like the king boar?
I mean,
So we need to get some
just go down
peyote
to
and we need to go out
Texas
to the-
because
yeah,
they're
okay.
basically
Oh yeah, they're having
pest.
like a
Yeah.
fucking boar overlord.
Yeah. Yeah, but see,
There might be an overlord. I don't know.
From the videos I've seen on
Kill the
YouTube,
king.
they're fucking disintegrating them though with the fucking rounds they're shooting their way.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Because
trying
boars don't fucking mess around.
Yeah, boars will kill you.
Yeah, they killed King Baratheon.
Yeah. But yeah, you could if you. But technically,
great King Baratheon.
do we want to kill our own mascot and stuff it for
Is
our
it
own entertainment?
Well, especially if it's a pest. Like we're not doing it in any honor per se.
I mean, we're honoring it.
Yeah, you have to do with a knife twice, nothing
Yeah.
else.
It's fucking boar charging you down. You got this like knife. Like oh fuck.
It's all four of us are beating the shit.
Dude, it would fucking destroy us.
Yeah, that thing would tear us to pieces.
But yeah, I have a taxidermied hog that I'll probably bring around as soon as I glue its wings on.
You should.
And then it comes with a couple hooks with wires on it, so you can hang it from the ceiling.
Because it's flying.
Yeah, it's a flying hog.
Nice. The hog flies high
Yeah.
above the land.
Oh,
You gotta
man.
bring some chicks back to your house and be like, yeah, like,
Yeah, I'm
maybe
gonna have
maybe
an
one
art
picks,
wall.
Yeah, be like maybe one picks up like, hey,
Just
man,
tell.
I already have an art
Maybe-
wall that's a little macabre already with my skulls and dark art and stuff that I have. I'm a practitioner of the dark arts, and I'm gonna have like a fucking taxidermied pig flying there.
Yeah.
you gotta be like, hey, like
Hey, it's
maybe
a
when pigs fly,
conversation piece.
Well,
No, I'm
maybe
like,
when pigs fly, they'll sleep
exactly.
with you. And
I'm
you're
like, I'm like, when pigs fly, you're here in my apartment. Pigs are flying. We're fucking.
Get that
Yeah.
bra off.
Or it's like, I want to take you back to my place and show you the hog, if you know what I'm saying.
That's an actual.
We're gonna go whole hog.
To be fair, though, this might be like my reason to go buy a teacup pig because I've thought about buying
Okay,
a pig as a pet.
when you do that, keep in mind that most teacup pigs are a lie.
I know.
Just keep that in mind.
So, like, my dog's name is
They're
Chewbacca,
just really small.
and I want to.
No, a lot of people will get duped in buying teacup
Yeah.
pigs, which are just
They're
baby,
like big
normal
Yeah,
pigs.
that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
just a small pig.
So-
Yeah.
Just a baby.
So my dog's name is Chewbacca, okay, and I want to get a pig so I can name him Ham Solo. Like that's my dream right now.
Do it and give him a little outfit.
I'm going to.
All right.
Cool. Shit. I guess we have After Dark, huh?
No,
No.
we don't do that in review
Oh, that's right. It's
episodes,
a
yeah.
review. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I mean, we basically gave you like 2 After Darks this time anyway. Just fucking around. But
Yeah, we hadn't had a good rant in a while. So.
yeah.
We had some good conversations this one. Those were good.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. Glad you were here, and we will see you again next time. Follow us where you know to follow us. Subscribe to us where you get your podcasts. Support us. We got the links. There's a section of links that we're not necessarily saying supports us, but may in fact help us out in times of need on our Discord channel, which there is a link to that in our Twitter for the show, which is at Nude Clan Podcast. You can follow each of us individually if you want to hear our personal thoughts. You can follow me at UFF Podcast.
Me at Obsidian Ba.
Me at Nude Clan Cam.
Me, be Grixis.
And please consider listening to our other shows, Ultima Final Fantasy, for featuring some more Song of Selection Johnson, the fucking Getting Fat with Caleb and Joe classic, Godzilla podcast, and of course, Pop Puff Hour. Not about smoking pot. Surprisingly, I think it would have been cool if you guys would have just like gotten high and then did the show.
I mean, Dylan brought the high, so he didn't bring the hype, but he brought the high.
Yeah.
Did he?
So I mean, yeah, maybe Dylan could have brought you the goods. Yeah,
It's true.
But that's gonna be it for us, guys. Until next time.
Enjoy the nude.
Time to get good.
Support your local spider bake sale.
Live always in the nude.
No!